A kind day to you all. I'm Kinsmark.
And I'm Violeta.
And this is Chapter 7 of the stream series Fallout 76. I actually haven't streamed this in a couple of weeks, so I am aware that a handful of patches have come out for the game since the last time that I played. Apparently one of the most appreciated is the, I think, most recent one, because I think that came out like a day ago, that increased the stash size 150%. So now the stash max is 600 pounds.
Oh, that's nice.
And that'll come in awfully handy. I still think that's incredibly low, so I hope they continue to increase it.
Yeah.
I'll also address, because it's I don't know what, I was going to say many large topic.
Wow.
That is an incorrect phrase. I'll start that sentence over. Because it is a common topic of discussion about this game and all of the discussion about it. Let's talk real quick about the canvas bag situation.
Yeah.
That is actually a what was it? It wasn't oh geez, I forget what the actual material was. It's not like polyester. It's crap. The really like shitty cheap quality.
The only thing I can think of is polyethylene, but I don't think that's a
No, that's not right either.
Not right.
Geez. Here I was all prepared to talk about it like confidently and informedly, and I can't remember the word for the downgrade, let's say, in material that was actually delivered to the people that ordered the Power Armor edition of the game, with the expectation and the marketing that one of the items included in that package was a cool, decent quality looking canvas bag that was actually given to...
Nylon, says Evil Bunny.
Nylon, there we go. That's the material. Sorry, I couldn't remember the word for it for some reason. It just completely spaced out in my head. That a canvas version of was actually given to internet influencers for promo materials for the game, and then all of the actual customers got something else. That's incredibly shitty, and to make matters worse, there's a multi-layered, staggered failure on Bethesda's part. And like I said, because I like to keep this series fairly positive, because I like to just enjoy myself as I play it. I'm addressing this at the start here so that I don't have to dwell on it for the rest of the stream. The apology that Bethesda offered, let's say, for that fiasco was a consumer's ability to accept a compensatory 500 atoms in the atomic shop that, upon acceptance of, one forgoes any right to participate in class action lawsuits and other sorts of legal ramifications for the pretty much straight-up false advertising that Bethesda engaged in with the Power Armor Edition. And let's see if I can find it. As someone pointed out, 500 atoms is a tiny amount in this store, and it's not even enough to pay for the, where is it? It's in here somewhere. This one, the postal uniform, that, as you can see, actually has a canvas bag slung over its shoulder and costs 700 atoms. So you can't even get a digital version of the bag that you were shorted on if you ordered the Power Armor Edition.
Wow, that's summer shorts.
Sorry. And it gets worse.
What?
Anyone for, I don't know how long it was. It was a short window, however, one that was long enough for people to copy screenshots of it and archive it, so the damage is done. Anyone that filed a complaint through Bethesda's reporting system to actually get their 500 atoms, or to file any other issues regarding that issue of the game, and also that filed any issue reports about other Bethesda products, that part recently came to my attention, I think it was about a day ago, could, for during a short window, see the names, addresses, phone numbers, and limited amounts of payment information of everyone else that filed reports. So they effectively doxed everybody that complained about the game and the scenario and the situation and the shenanigans that they were pulling. So even though it wasn't intentional, that is not a good look. It really makes it seem like they were punishing people for reporting legitimate problems. That's not what they were doing, it just looks that way, and it's not good to have happen at all, no matter the circumstances. And people are rightfully pissed. Like, a lot of fence sitters that were just like, I enjoy it, and even though it's not, like, what I would have wanted, like, I can still have fun with it. And that's honestly still the camp I fall into. Like, I still enjoy playing the game. However, that does not excuse Bethesda's abhorrent business practices regarding recent issues to do with this game.
Yeah.
It sounds like whoever coded the web reporting system really needs to be replaced, because they did a horrible job. And honestly, the compensatory reward for, well, reward's not the right term there. The what would actually suffice there? The replacement, I guess, the apology item that you receive for not getting what you actually friggin' paid for if you ordered the Power Armor Edition. That should definitely have a vastly increased value, because the amount of money that people paid for Power Armor Edition is significant. The amount of money that 500 Atoms comes out to is only about $5. So that is a completely inadequate apology on Bethesda's part. All that said, I just figured I'd address all of that so that, again, I don't have to field discussion about that for the remainder of the stream, because as you can hear in my voice, and as I have said aloud, I am not happy about it. I absolutely hold Bethesda fully accountable for it, and I expect things to change. Because if they don't, that's really going to color their public perception for a long time. And I honestly hope for their sake that they get shit ironed out soon. Because with so many other companies starting to make competing titles thematically to the Fallout franchise, and as disenfranchised as people are getting with it, they're gonna start seeing some market share drop-off if they don't straighten up soon.
Yeah.
So,
and I will go ahead and say that I don't blame the devs for this.
No, this is all
I blame marketing and their IT department.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, the reporting fiasco, that's all on their web people. As far as the what to give people for filing the report as a compensatory item, that is clearly on the part of marketing and legal. Like the devs are not, don't have any hand in that. It's the pencil pushers that do, and those are the people that I am extremely disappointed in.
Scarlett is also here and is happy because they finally managed to catch the start of one of our streams.
Yeah, good times.
They were the first person here.
Awesome. Very good. So on that note, I'm actually going to jump in.
It looks like it's a good thing that we're playing today, because it looks like for the next couple of days, starting sometime tomorrow, it will be down for maintenance.
I see. So, wait, days at a time? Or just
I don't know.
hours a day?
I saw, maintenance starts at something on the 11th, and then I didn't finish reading it before you clicked out, and it said something about the 13th.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what was going on with the 13th, or whether that's between these dates, or if that's... Okay, by the way, here's something else happening on the 13th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're probably doing a couple hours of maintenance every day.
Yeah.
Because I have heard that they've implemented a lot of stability fixes and things like that. I still have heard that the servers are less than ideally responsive. And that's the thing that caused me to think early on that the game had hitboxing issues. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't. It just has latency issues. So, let's see. Catch up as far as stuff that I have done away from camera since the last time I streamed. I did a fair amount of exploration. I explored some of the southern regions of the woods area of the map. I still haven't really gone into any of the additional regions, aside from the ones that you guys have seen. I did some exploration around the edges of Grafton. I forget what that area is called. The, clear, whitewashed looking valley up north. I haven't gone into many of those areas, and I have so far actually luckily managed to avoid coming across any of the creepy cryptids crawling around through the Appalachian forest.
I don't want a creepy cryptid.
Well, the thing is, I do, because as I've made clear throughout this entire series...
You just want to do that on stream. So you're happy that you didn't, so that when it does happen, hopefully it'll be...
I had a close call at one point. I think I saw a Grafton monster off in the distance. I just saw something huge and lumbering, crossing a ridge way off in the distance. I was like, okay.
like to apologize.
Huh?
Because since I'm not playing with you today...
Oh, yeah, your camp isn't here.
My camp is not here. So you don't get the cool...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot. That's fine. I have my own. I actually completely forgot I did this.
Yeah, you don't get our
that's
forest
fine.
lodge.
I made a mountain cabin of my own.
Oh, we'll both have mountain cabins.
I'm amazed it's still here. Although I did pick an incredibly remote area. It's like way up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Whoa, my frame rate is like jaggy as hell all of a sudden. So I made this...
Oh, your shutters are a little damaged, it looked like.
Yeah. Oh well. I made this comfy little cabin here.
You don't have any steps.
No, because I couldn't get them to fit.
Oh.
Hi there? I'm just trying to... Hi there? Why does it say close when they are closed? Oh, there we go. What's going on with these shutters? There we go.
Don't question it.
I have a great mountain view.
But there's only room for one.
I know. I wasn't able to fit more in here. Also, why is my frame rate so jaggy all of a sudden?
I don't know. Well, I mean, this is the first time that we're streaming this on our new OBS studio setup. So there might still be some wonkiness. I want to go ahead and warn you guys about that.
With that. Also, can you guys see? Because now that I'm in the game, sometimes, especially with the instanced loading that certain games do, that can cause issues. I just want to make sure before I do much of anything.
There's a little bit from Scarlet about a... Don't read it, let me tell you, in case you don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
It's about how to combat the grafted monster.
Oh, okay. I'm not even 100% sure what they look like in this game yet, so...
Scarlet says, nice house too, game capture is good. So
cool.
Do you want to know a way to deal with the grafted monster, or do you want to wait? Basically, find a roof, climb on top of it, because the monster can't climb.
Okay. Alright. That's honestly a really good way of dealing with most Fallout monsters, because very few of them, aside from people with guns,
and it's,
have ranged attacks.
Scarlet says it's fluctuating around 45 to 60 FPS.
Okay. Yeah, like, it's coasting around 60 for the most part, and then, like, every now and again, I'll just get a sudden drop down to, like, 30 for about a half second. So
that's in-game.
Yeah, in-game for me. I don't know what's coming across the screen to you guys. It just looks a little jittery for me every now and again.
Sad.
It's kind of smoothing out, so it may have just needed to, like, cache data for a second on my PC. So, anyway.
There wasn't enough room. There's not enough room in there for a double bed.
Yeah. So,
which we need to find the...
I should correct myself to a certain extent, because I don't remember if I said this the last time I streamed, or if that was something that I mentioned when Bob and I were doing some co-op on our own. I did explore a little down here. I realized very quickly that this area is higher level than I could do at the time. So around this area, mole men are a thing.
Oh!
Actual miners that were apparently locked inside of mines throughout this region.
That's terrible.
And have transformed into creepy, hunched, coat-wearing, mask-faced things that are great means of farming pump-action shotguns, I have found, because they all seem to carry them. Either that or missile launchers.
Oh.
About the missile launchers, yeah.
Oh, about the missile launchers. About that.
Yeah, friendly chaps, those. And that, honestly, they really remind me, design-wise, and it would not surprise me if this was intentional, of the Buers, the creepy little psychic dudes in the dark coats and the, like, clay-faced looking things from the Stalker franchise. Like, they really look like them with gas masks. So, anyway, I'm thinking today I don't really feel like messing with more of the responder storyline, because the next stage for me there is to go and do the airport. I probably could, because I do really want the fire breather uniform, and that's a unit actually that I found a lot of dead guys from around the mines down south. That was a former firefighting division that is now turned like crisis scenario responders within that faction. I love their uniform because it's like a dark palette converted firefighter's uniform, and looks awesome. It honestly looks...
That does sound cool.
It looks like brigandine armor, the way that it's done up.
Really?
Like, it looks super cool.
I have not seen this.
No, you haven't. I've actually only ever seen one other player with it. So, maybe in the interest of getting my hands on that cool uniform, I'll do the airport thing.
Go ahead.
How much is it? Oh, it's only 14 caps. Yeah, sure, why not? Because that is the next stage in the Overseer quest. And, like, I'll honestly, I care less and less about the Overseer story the more I play of it. You okay over there?
There's, like, air caught in my chest, and it won't move, and it kind of hurts a little bit.
Well, you can always chug some Coke. That'll get gas moving.
But it feels constantly like I'm about to either burp or hiccup, but nothing is happening.
That doesn't sound fun.
No. It feels really weird. So you can continue.
Okay.
I'm just
Just making sure you're not about to die on me.
No.
Because, I mean that's really a mood killer.
I would flail around and get your attention somehow if I thought something was wrong.
Okay. So, I think we did stream the chaos of co-oping with Bob, didn't we? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Because we ended up taking some screenshots, and I used those for part of the thumbnails. I can't remember some of the things that I've done away from cam and on cam. So, let's see here. Let me catch up on exactly what it is I'm... wait, there we go. Exactly doing up here. So... Final departure. I learned that the responders were headquartered at Morgantown Airport. It seems like a good place to search for clues about what happened to them. Because I care about that for some reason. Alrighty, let's go. Whoa. Oh, I'm here. I am orientated a different way than I thought. Alright, real quick, while I'm here, let me go and check and see if there's anything I need to sell at ResponderBot. Because I've also discovered that every train station in the game, apparently, has a vendor bot.
The wasteland without the proper supply.
I like the way he says supply.
I love the attitude that the Protectrons have when they talk. Supply. The way that they say responders. So, I'm only gonna keep
I
one
have
of
to
those.
say, though, RaiderBot is still my favorite.
RaiderBot is the best.
Now, while supplies are available.
Supplies.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I've got some Nuka-Colas I need to stash. So, I forgot I had salt.
Oh, question for you. Could you check and see what they have available for buying?
Be sure to stock up
Oh.
while you can.
Ooh,
I got a ski sword.
I see.
I found that at the ski resort.
I like the ski sword.
It was just a ski sword to start. I added the spikes.
I was about to say, I feel like that's a modified.
Yeah, I should also go through the rest of my inventory, because I can't remember what I found away from cam and on cam. So I've got my single action now.
And other supplies
Weirdly...
available here.
Shut up, Venderbot. I was curious to see if they would patch this out, and apparently they haven't. I actually have an ivory grip modded onto this gun, even though on this menu, all you can see is the wooden grip. In-game, though, the character model is holding a gun with a white ivory grip. So there's like a weird model discrepancy going on from menus to game.
Equipment.
So... I don't really have anything there I want to sell. Do I have anything here I want to sell? No. Did the color palette change on some of these things? I don't know, some of them look different. I also finally got my hands on some road leathers. Even though I still, for the most part, just wear my outfit over it.
Supplies.
So, yeah, okay. I don't really think there's much here that I want to get rid of. So, let me stash some of my extras. Oh, that's right. Oh, yes! 600! Oh! I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Well, that and I can take some of the stuff that you have, too. Like, between the two of us, that means we have 1,200.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
And
like
since
that.
we tend to build together, then we're both going to be using it, so. But yeah, like, I would like to see if he has any good buildy things available.
Yeah, let me scrap stuff real quick and put up my excess.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I'm primarily interested in beds. Like a double bed of some kind.
Yeah. Okay, so now store all junk. Whoop. There we go. Alright, Venderbot, what you got?
Requisitions now available.
Adhesive. Ooh, heavy leather arms.
Oh, hospital beds. Those are usually thinner.
Yeah.
So we might be able to fit those better.
The wasteland without the proper.
I'm getting those heavies.
Yeah.
Because those are really nice.
I don't want scarecrows. I don't need scarecrows. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't need the plan for scarecrows. I'm good.
You don't want the really creepy
No, I'm good. The one that makes me is the hospital beds, just because they're thinner, which means they fit better. Because that has been one of my frustrations, is that I keep trying to put 2 beds in, and they don't want to fit.
Yeah. I'll get them. Why not? There we go. Okay, cool. So, let me go ahead and use those real quick, just so that they're out of my inventory.
Ooh, with hospital beds, you might be able to fit 2 beds.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's why I decided to get it. Because I really like my cabin in the mountains, and...
it would be nice if we could both use it.
Oh, apparently I got a Long John's plan at some point.
Let's see. Scarlett says, have I yet told y'all about the trials I've had learning one of my new DCS planes?
No.
The AJS 37 Biggin.
I have not heard of these stories. Alright, so... I've already come through here once. I think I actually came through here to a certain extent on the first stream we ever did of this game.
You did come through here, I remember, and then there were people that we were trying to talk to with push to talk, but it didn't work. And we have, of course, since set it to only team.
Yeah, so...
And even then, it's off by default.
Yeah, and also, as far as I understand, that's how most people are now playing the game. Is
just...
with voice off, essentially. So, all of Bethesda's intention of making this, like, a chatty co-op game haven't really come true.
No.
Like, people communicate almost entirely through emotes, which is exactly what I expected.
Yeah, that's honestly what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because, honestly, the reason I wanted this game at all was so that I could play it with Ken.
Oh.
He's
You're not dead.
Sport. Yeah.
There's a note there. No, I don't want to sit in the chair. No.
I don't want to sit on the note, game.
Oh, no. Get up. Damn it. Get up. Give me that. There we go.
This is gonna be a sad.
My sweet baby. We wanted you. Oh, God. Yep. Okay. So a kid didn't make it. Somebody's trying to kill me. Hi.
Okay. Can we actually read this time?
Here we go. We wanted you so much it just wasn't possible. If it's for the best, though. I know that now, considering everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, prior to the bombs dropping, they were trying for a baby. And then the bombs dropped, and they're like, yeah, probably good thing.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Sort of a small mercy not to have to try and take care of a kid in all of this.
Yeah, or to have the kid have to grow up in this.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard that story. That was a horrible story.
That was a very sad story.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Scarlett says the Viggen is a Swedish ground attack anti-shipping plane from the 60s that uses an Apollo-style central computer and inertial navigation system to navigate and fight low level at high subsonic speed. That sounds
Good times.
like it might be hard to control. Oh, splooshies.
Yeah. Also,
So it says Delta Canard designed with rudimentary fly-by-wire and HUD systems.
good times.
I've always found like old planes really interesting. Oh, you broke their gun.
Yeah.
Did you?
So you
shoot
guys can't
it?
really see it super well. My shotgun is now. Let me see if I can find it in the Pip-Boy. Crazy long.
Oh, did you just like?
Yeah, it's.
Whoa.
Where's the view? There we go. Like it doesn't even fit on the screen.
It has to rotate before you can see it all.
And then it clips out the side of the window.
That's hilarious. Scarlett says it's very hard to wrap one's head around. A lot of codes and memory addresses need to be memorized.
Gotcha.
What was that color change?
Huh?
Like when you knelt?
Oh, it's because I've got a chameleon armor
it's...
piece.
Oh, so it changes it when you do the... Okay.
I crouch and hold still, and about a half second later, I auto-cloak. So it's... I apparently have an infinite stealth boy that just only moves if I'm stationary. Or only works if I'm stationary, rather. And honestly, I'm cool with that.
You know... The fact that these people are here, I'm pretty sure not all of these are from when the bombs dropped, because there was that one by the cradle that I'm like, they made that after.
I've come across a lot of those corpses that are in places that are from obviously post-war. So something happened to those people after the fact. I still have no idea what.
Like, I'm assuming,
kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, I'm assuming some of them happened during, but I also assume some of these are later. Yeah. Which is a concern, because that means it could still happen to us, potentially.
Yeah. Okay, so trading post. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Scarlett says that being 100% Swedish design, there really isn't any equivalent in either East or West.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Intriguing.
Of course, that makes it that much more hard to learn, because there isn't anything to really use as a touchstone for it, aside from just fundamental avionics. Okay, there's a lot more of you in here than I expected, so... hi there.
The thrill of the reload. There's nothing like it. 6 shots. I only have 6 shots.
Whoa.
More than enough to kill anything that moves.
Ow.
Unless there are this many of them! God damn it! Uh-oh, that's not an open door.
Oh, that's not an open door.
Hi, friend. Whoomp. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You missed.
Wrong thing. Yep. Open door.
Oh. Bottleneck.
There we go. What up here? Is there? Okay, that's a door to outside. So, cool. Choke point. Headshot.
Like, the fact that they can talk and use guns.
Honestly, I think the Scorched are some of the more interesting enemies in this game. Oh, hi there, Radroach.
Oh, diseased Radroach.
Are you all that's left? Nope, there's somebody else in here. Where are you at?
I don't see them. Oh.
Oh, I think they're down there. The hell?
I hear them.
I do too.
But where?
Are you down here? I feel like I'm playing Siege all of a sudden, looking through a ceiling floor. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I think I'm clear now.
Scarlett says, even the avionics aren't all the same. For example, the way the plane displays the distance to a waypoint is either in kilometers or Swedish miles. One Swedish mile equals 10 kilometers.
What?
So yeah, that's gonna...
Shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was even such a thing as a Swedish mile.
That's kind of awesome, actually,
that is
to
cool.
learn about. Yeah. That's neat. Weird, but...
I mean, I guess that's like how certain parts of England still refer to units of weight as stone.
Yeah.
It's not really used all that much anymore. I've still heard it occasionally.
Yeah, let's see. Scarlett says, on top of all that, the cockpit is all in Swedish.
Alright, mission to Abigail. This is from a female author.
Tammy, I know the mountains are dangerous right now, but we need to get a report from the Free States. The farmers are in a bad way, worried about that broadcast from the Brotherhood of Steel. So find someone that can get to Abigail's bunker up past the RR Megastop.
It's Red Rocket.
Ask her the following. Defiance is that Brotherhood headquarters, right? Are the Brotherhood okay? What's coming for us? Is everything okay over there? I know the Brotherhood hasn't made any friends lately, but the whole thing is very disturbing. Maria.
So it is.
So there is some kind of broadcast that went out.
Yeah.
And...
I think I talked about this a couple of streams ago. I don't know if it's one of the ones you were here for. I did some digging about the timeline concerning the foundation of the Brotherhood of Steel. And as I thought I had remembered, they were founded when Roger Maxson flipped out in like the week prior to the nuclear exchange at the MAMAAAA military complex, saw all of the FEV experiments that were going on there, executed the scientists, and declared himself a secessionist military commander from the United States military. Prior to the actual military command structure having the ability to do anything about his little insurrection, the atomic bombs fell.
Yeah.
And
so it was sort of kind of pre-war?
Yeah, within weeks of that exchange, things got clear enough on the surface that he was able to send powered armored scouts up to the top to see if the world was habitable. It was, so they left Mariposa and then made the journey. I think the Brotherhood actually has a term for it. I forget what it is. To the complex that would later get the name of Lost Hills. And while there, according to this game's story, according to the things that I've found so far, and that what Bethesda have said on their like Twitter account about it occasionally here and there, once they set up Lost Hills, then Maxson contacted some of the surviving satellites in orbit via the SATCOM arrays that we see some evidence of still existing in Fallout 3. I assume something else like that was also at Lost Hills. And through those, broadcasted essentially a recruitment signal as far as he could, and some of the receivers here in Appalachia actually picked it up. And I've actually read a transcript of what that message was, and it was pretty concise, and more or less him saying that we are the remnants of the United States military, and we operate with power armor, etc., giving a concise rundown of what the Brotherhood of Steel is about. And
which
so,
would give other people the ability to...
That more or less inspired copycat cells around the country and perhaps the globe. Who knows how far that message went. And so they aren't necessarily connected to the Lost Hills Brotherhood, the original cell. They're more like imitators that are likely also composed of former military, because those are the sorts of people that would hear that message and go, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's just a strange sort of dissonance within the lore, because it means they're not true Brotherhood, as in they're not from the originals.
But they still call themselves by it. They still look like it because they're still using the same basis
and
for it.
In calling themselves that, and in also using the symbol that, Maxson does verbally describe in his message of a circle of gears with a sword through it. That's essentially them acknowledging that he is still the commander of their command structure.
Yeah, but whether or not he actually interacts with these other ones is up in the air.
Yeah, because he isn't in direct communication with them. Right. He isn't necessarily issuing orders. They aren't necessarily under his direct command. Mm-hmm. They just acknowledge him as the commander of their system. So it's...
Which does actually allow for some of the weirdness in that some... depending on what game you're in, Brotherhood can act differently. Also, those are pins that you can look at.
Hi.
So that kind of explains why some Brotherhood acts other ways. Because they're not all, being... Like, the same people aren't in charge of all of them. They only have the basics to go off of.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scarlett says, it would have taken over 3 weeks for the U.S. Army to respond to an insurrection? How thin were they spread?
I don't know, and I don't know if it was a full, 3 weeks prior or anything. It was described as very close to the exchange happening.
So in short, here's who we are in our doctrine. Follow it if you wish.
Pretty much. Yeah, that.
So that way, I'm assuming that they figured once we get comms... active comms up, they could therefore connect to these other cells that just didn't happen as fast.
Yeah, and since this game is set 25 years after the exchange, that's more than enough time for a contingent like the other imitators to have established itself here in Appalachia. So I'm less resistant to the Brotherhood of Steel's appearance here than I once was. I am aware that there is apparently an Enclave presence here too, and that one I'm now it's going to really depend on how they describe their existence. Because honestly, they were the ones that I had the least resistance to existing in game, knowing what I know about how the Raven Rock bunker was formed. So it'll just depend on how it's presented. So anyway. Let's see here. Dasa, I have serious concerns about the food everyone's been eating. Good lord, the cows have 2 heads! I'm taking over some of the local gardens to monitor the plants, too. Maybe we shouldn't show anybody how to cook this kind of food. Did you see the tomatoes? It's not right. Or maybe it is right now. Hell, I don't know anymore. Okie dokie.
Well, I mean,
they're Tatoes now.
they are no longer what you thought.
Yep. Oh, that's Chavez.
Oh, and there's a thing under her arm.
Yeah, so there is. What you got there? Maria's last words.
Uh-oh.
Did she just die with her elbow on the record switch, or is it glitching out?
Oh, when it's done, you can replay it.
Yeah. Also... Oh. Fire Breathers training course. Cool. Oh! Charleston!
Yeah, I'm thinking it's glitching.
Yeah, I think it glitched out.
What about these other ones? Because some of them are red, others are different colors.
Flatwoods training camp. Contact lost. Poseidon Power. Hudson. AVR Medical Center. Fire Breathers HQ. Oh, so that's just across the river. Where is that? It's down here? Wait a minute. That doesn't sound... Oh, it's probably down here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's AVR, which means... If AVR is there, then it's southeast of there. So that means it's... over here somewhere. Huh. Interesting. So I actually explored pretty close to that and just didn't find it.
Scarlett says, perhaps the Enclave did a similar thing. Or seeing as Appalachia is the IRL location of our real government bunker, maybe there was a cell of the same people as in Raven Rock or the oil rig.
Yeah, and since... Spoilers for Fallout 3 here, so... since John Henry Eaton declared himself president at some point, if there is a specific year given for that, I don't know what it is, I could easily see him, since he is the place/person that the West Coast Enclave fled to start trying to establish themselves on the East Coast, I could easily see him having contact with the West Coast Enclave, even at this structure point. And so for an Enclave, like, I guess, reserve cell to form here already, like, assuming it's explained in a manner like that that could make sense, I'm willing to accept Enclave's existence in this game. So, alright, let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, so according to the responders, that whole river valley is just marked Raider territory.
Oh!
Interesting to know.
Interesting.
Oh! Alright, so the Free States were over to the east. I thought that was some other, like, neighboring region that we just couldn't even get to. Interesting.
Scarlett says, because wasn't the Enclave formed from a kind of shadow government hiding in the top brass?
Yes, yes.
What's that say?
Watoga.
Question marks.
Big Bend.
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yeah, there's
oh,
one
is there
on
a tunnel
each
going
side.
through the mountains?
Yeah, that's what the dotted line is. There's a blue dotted line there. But it has an X next to it, so I don't know if it's closed or if that means that there's something dangerous there.
Yeah, maybe the western end is compromised. Huh. Okay. Morgantown Airport, responders. There's like arrows coming from the Grafton area. I don't know what the hell that means. Why still closed? Can we open? Something gap. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well. Let's see here. Whoa, why is it so quiet? I just realized the game is like super quiet.
That's because it's freaking out because it's still trying to play her message.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it's still on the static, isn't it? Oh, shit. There we go. Yep, now it's normal again.
Should we try to listen to it again?
Yeah, let's also, why is my...
Scarlett says, I have possible spoilerific info on some of those map markers.
Okay, hold those in reserve for now. I may ask about them later. Okay, so that's going to be in Hollow. So that was what, Maria's last words. Here we go. Can you actually play? There we go.
My name is Maria Chavez, and I am about to die. Scorched have overrun our defenses. for us all. If you find us, please listen carefully. We were called the responders. After the bombs fell, we tried to help people. Maybe I can still help you. The terminal nearby, if it's still there, use it. Learn about the inoculation project. It might just save your life. Oh shit! They're here! Here, I'm out of time. Read the terminal. Learn about the Scorched. Remember us. And good luck.
Inoculation.
Is
this some kind of disease? I don't want to catch that.
What's the inoculation project? Terminal.
I
Where's
don't
the
know.
terminal? Is it that middle thing?
This thing. There we go. Responders HQ terminal.
I want to learn about that.
Answers,
thing.
please. Fire breathers recruiting. Sign me up. I just wanted to remind everyone that the Fire Breathers unit is always looking for more manpower. Sign me up, Chief! If you think you've got what it takes to handle our toughest missions and take on the Scorched, then Melody and Madigan would love to meet you. Don't forget, it's a dangerous assignment, but it comes with benefits. You'll have top priority for both rations and ammunition. We ask the Fire Breathers to put their lives on the line, but we reward their bravery where we can. The job's not for everyone, but if you think you can handle the recruitment process and training, then I ask you to consider signing up. Oh.
Thanks, Chavez. Okay,
Chavez hit some smokes.
You know what? I'll read these.
Okay.
How about that?
Let's see. Personnel files. Senior members.
Chavez Maria E. Role Senior Responder. Assignment Medical Support and Responders HQ. Hudson Claire L. Role Chief Medical Officer. Assignment Inoculation Project AVR Medical.
So that's our next destination.
Kumar Sanjay. Role Chief Engineer. Assignment Robot Repair Responder HQ. Larkin Melody K. Role Combat Trainer. Assignment Field Manual Project Black Mountain. Wasn't Melody referenced in the Fire Breather?
Yeah.
Note? Okay, is there more? Ordnance Works. Nakamura Jeff T. Role Quartermaster. Assignment Reconnaissance and Foraging Morgantown.
Alright. Other members. Abernathy!
Abernathy Jerry P. Role Guard and Escort. Assignment Protect Supply Trains between Responder HQ and local farms. Castle Derek J. Role Guard Escort. Assignment Rapid Response Team. Chang Veronica D. Field Medic on the Rapid Response Team. Jones Darian T. Ammunition Maker. Assignment Foraging Black Mountain Ordnance Works.
It's not how you spell ordnance.
McKee Chelsea R. Mechanic. Assignment Forest Watch Project Robot Maintenance Responder HQ. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Odell Felix H. Emergency Response Trainer. Recruit Training at Responder HQ. Strauss David P. Computer Technician. Terminal Maintenance at Reprogramming. Responder HQ. Tompkins Lillian. Provisioner. Assignment Food and Water Resource Management. Responder HQ. Trainor Kevin J. Field Medic. Rapid Response Team. Zelnak Ryan T. Chems Expert. Chems Production Responder HQ.
So they had a lot of hats covered. Still a small team, though.
Yeah.
Complaint 15J.
We just received another complaint about the Grafton Mayor's office. This time, the mayor is being accused of illegally soliciting funds for his re-election campaign. The mayor's assistant allegedly demands contribution in exchange for notarizing documents. This one is more serious than the last three. I'd better check it out. Follow-up. An officer was sent to the mayor's office in Grafton. He found some irregularities with the mayor's assistant's procedures. A citation was issued to correct the problem. The officer noted that Grafton's mayor claims there aren't funds to make the changes. Would let a judge sort it out. Larkin. This must be...
That sounds pre-war.
That sounds pre-war, because... Judge?
Yeah. Alright. Messages.
Has
anyone seen Larry Pickerman?
Everyone, please keep an eye out for Larry Pickerman. He's been missing for a couple of days. Wasn't he one of their, people that went out to forage?
That name sounds familiar, yeah.
If you haven't met him, he's about 6 feet tall, brown hair, green eyes, ages about mid-50s. He came in with the last big group of refugees. You might remember him as the electrician who decided to do some unsolicited work on our main computer. I'm sure he meant well, but we had to have him escorted out of the command center. Anyway, hopefully he's okay. He borrowed my only screwdriver and I really need it back, so if you see him, send him my way.
That smells like sabotage.
Yeah. Jeff Nakamura. dealing with the Brotherhood.
More answers.
I've been a member of the Responders almost from the start. Like all of you, I've put my life on the line to save the lives of others more times than I can remember. Our mission is important. That's why we can't let the Brotherhood of Steel push us around. Of course, we'll help anyone where we go, but you all know that our resources are limited. The Brotherhood's been making increasing demands for resources and supplies in the name of holding back the Scorched. Well, the Scorched aren't the only threat around here, and the Responders aren't looking to fight a war. We're healers, we're teachers, we're not soldiers. How'd that work out for you? When the Brotherhood comes asking for your ammo, your stim packs, your water, whatever it is, think carefully. Someone out there might need those supplies to survive. If they ask you to join their ranks because you've got skills they can use, remember that we need those skills just as much, maybe more. We don't have the benefit of power armor and heavy weapons. All we've got is training, knowledge, and courage. But that's been enough so far, and I hope we can keep it that way. I'm not saying the Brotherhood of Steel is our enemy. We're on the same side. But lately we're not really friends either. All I'm asking is that you stay focused on the mission, on our mission, no matter what they might ask of you. Chavez.
Announcement, Rachel Price.
Some sad news to share, everyone. Some of you might have heard about Rachel already, but for those who don't know, she's said goodbye to the Responders and joined the Brotherhood of Steel to work as a combat medic. We'll all miss her, and we wish her the best. In the meantime, the few medics we have left are working around the clock. We'll be starting the medical training program up again to help fill in the gaps. Please volunteer if you can spare the time. Chavez.
So they were losing recruits.
Yeah.
Volunteers Advanced Training. Welcome to the Responders Headquarters Volunteer Building Camps. Oh. Sending now coordinates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scarlet says enemy of my enemy.
Yeah.
If volunteers are able to construct portable camps for incoming survivors, then responders are free to focus on their urgent medical needs. Responder Miguel Caldera provides new volunteers with materials used to fortify camps, as well as additional safety tips. Report to his campsite outside of the airport for supplies and hands-on training. So they gave us the location of that?
Yeah. I'm assuming this is yet more tutorial of how to craft. Hopefully it's something I can skip the worst of. So, dispense rations.
The volunteers may only receive one set of rations until the training program is completed. Dispense ration.
Sure. Dispensing done!
Oh.
I got some cram and purified water. Cool. I can eat good tonight.
So...
that's about it. So...
I don't
I
think this
assume
was
my
it.
next
Oh.
departure is
Oh,
to
there's a thing in there.
the medical facility. Oh, Overseer's log.
Oh.
Alright, let's see what the Overseer thinks.
Overseer's log, Morgantown. I used to love coming here on weekends, taking flight lessons. Now it feels like I walked into a nightmare. Scorched things are everywhere. I kept quiet. They didn't see me. I managed to observe them for a bit. Whatever this disease is, it seems to completely take over its host.
So it is a disease.
The ones that used to be human, eventually they go rigid, like some kind of stasis. And if they stay like that for too long, they sort of burn up from the inside out. Vesuvius in reverse. I wondered what could possibly cause all this. And then I got my answer. It swooped down from the sky, screeching, breathing, infecting everything.
Scorched beast.
That's why they call him that.
Fight this. But we need to consider all our options. Even the nukes. We find the source of this scorched plague and wipe it from the map before it can leave Appalachia. But first things first, we can't let the disease spread to us. Looks like the responders were developing some kind of inoculation. I'm going to pick up their work. You should too. This is the Overseer. Signing off.
So it's an illness.
Yeah.
that the Scorched Beast caused.
I did wonder why they were called Scorch Beasts.
And why
I
they
did
were
notice
called the
that
Scorched.
they were spewing green shit similar to what pops off of these things. You want to do your thing? There we go.
There's a thing on that.
Yeah, like that looks an awful lot like the stuff that the Scorch Beasts spew when they attack.
Okay, so color me more intrigued by the main story again.
Yeah, it just got interesting. The intro is horrible, though.
Yeah.
This just made it interesting. So, alright, let's hear what this holotape has to say.
The Harper's Ferry attack.
Hey everyone.
Castle.
Derek. Making my final report on the events at Harper's Ferry. Hopefully this reaches you all safely. Whatever happened here, it was big. The whole area it's devastated. If any of our people survived, I can't find a trace of them. I've talked to some of the locals.
Oh.
They say creatures came from the sky. Laid waste to the town. Some of the ones who got hurt in the attack were transformed or something. They apparently turned into monsters. And attacked anyone they could reach. He says he and his people are gonna seal themselves up in their bunkers. Gotta figure out a way to fight these creatures. In other words, we won't be getting any more help from these Free States guys. I was hoping you could get in touch with Ella. See if maybe she can lean on Ronnie a little. Get him to see that this isn't the way. If you ask me, I think it's damn selfish of them to turn their backs on the rest of us. On people who need their help to survive. There's nothing else I can do here. Guess we can scratch Harper's Ferry off the map. I'll be heading back soon. I want to check in on some of the farms along the way. Should be about a week.
So there were multiple.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about beasts that came swoop down from the skies, and the people
Yeah.
turned into the Scorched.
So there is more than one Scorch Beast then.
Yeah.
Because I've encountered them in multiple regions. I didn't know if it was supposedly the same one that's just flying around. That tells us definitively that there are more than one.
Oof. You might be able to make some higher alert gauntlets with that.
Yeah, maybe. Let's find out while I'm here.
That's rough. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
Higher
was
alert.
right.
And that's good, because I'm low on food. I realized that as I was trying to top off while I listened to the holotapes. I'm like, oh, I've got plenty to drink and nothing to eat. Uh-oh.
That's why I tend to make soup, because it is both.
Yeah.
Not perfectly, but still.
The hell? How am I missing? There we go.
So, I have no idea what the Scorched Beasts came from, though.
I don't know. Like, that makes me wonder, are they some sort of
Biological
pre-war?
warfare?
Yeah, like, are they a mutation, or are they something that just got loose because of the nukes? Because if it's a disease, and something that is genetically programmed to target humans, that's an awfully ominous coincidence that really smacks of experimental anti-Chinese weapon that just got out of hand.
Novak Guardian Sniper takes out revolver. I'm John Wayne at First Thanksgiving Pilgrim.
Damn right.
First Thanksgiving Pilgrim, I think. Nuclear waste, huh?
Oh, there's a vendor here. I'm here to wipe all these Scorch Beasts out, Pilgrim.
Yeah, in other words,
Dude, cool pack. Is that what heavy leather looks like now? That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
I want some.
Didn't you just learn some?
I got heavy leather arms. Oh, dude, it's an actual, like, ID card.
That's neat. But yeah, like...
Also, I must have just gotten lucky in all of the servers I've ever connected to. I have never had another player attempt to PvP me.
No.
Except for that one gunfight
Oh.
that we got in when we were all
Oh.
accidentally, like, friendly firing people over at the resort. Just out in the world like this, like me and this dude, we're just exploring the same area. no hostilities. And yet I keep seeing complaints on Instagram for pages that share Fallout stuff, like, every time I see a player, am I about to die? I'm like, I have not had that experience.
No, it's more that we leave each other alone.
Yeah, we're passively just moving through the same world.
So, question. Those responder things, are those just another place to sign up, or can you sign up for advanced training there?
I don't know. It's a good idea.
Because it looked the same as the ones at the, terminal.
Yeah. The ones in Flatwoods.
Yeah.
Diluted. Don't need that. Let's go ahead.
Scar says, throwing my vote in for being an irradiated biological weapon experiment.
That's what it seems like. Do not touch. Uh-oh. I'ma touch it.
Please do not touch. Still working on system recovery. I don't want to have it started over from scratch.
Miguel, you're just gonna have to get over it, man. Because I'm touching it.
It requires skill 1.
I needed you!
I'm sorry!
No! Oh, wait, I think it's just the door to get in there, and I was already in there. Oh, well. So, never mind, Miguel. I won't touch your computer.
But yes,
it is safe for now.
You needed me. I'm sorry.
I sure did.
Because
you weren't there when I needed you.
Because Ken is the lock picker.
Yeah, I'm
and
the locksmith.
I am the hacker.
She's the lead hacksaw.
Uh-huh.
Hacker voice, I'm in. That vertibird just makes me nervous. It really seems like it's sitting awfully precariously.
You want to go check out the responder terminals?
Yeah.
It's over by where the vendor bot is.
I'm just gonna finish doing this ground floor.
It was on the ground floor, I think.
I know. Just haven't seen this last stretch of it. Fan!
Novak Guardian Sniper. John Wayne voice. That means you.
Next time you shoot somebody, make sure they're dead before you walk up on them. That sounds like an actual quote from a movie. I just haven't watched many westerns in a long time. I used to watch a lot of them with my dad as I was a kid.
Yeah,
that was
over there.
a long time ago.
Can we...
Responders database. Let's see. God, it's so small. Welcome, volunteer. Messages, dispensary. I already got my rations. Messages. Training volunteers.
Oh yeah, we read that. That was on the other one too, I think.
Yeah, this was at the same thing in Flatwoods. Self-serve, kiosk bugs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've seen that.
These are the same as the Flatwoods.
So you can do it here too.
Yeah. Interesting.
Which makes sense. This is HQ, so they would have.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Is there anything in the little bird cage?
Bird cage. Oh. Nope.
No.
That reminds me.
Does VendorBot have anything for us to buy?
Good question, actually, before I go running off to the weapon thingy. What you got? Nothing. Oh,
no.
Oh, there we go. Just took a second to load in. Come on, there we go.
Oh, sad.
Pianos.
I'm so sad.
Short. I could make a church.
Yeah, we could. We could make a small tent.
I got the large tent. You know what? I'm gonna get the normal tent.
I'm sad about those instruments, though. That we don't have the money for it.
Red bandana, why are you so expensive? You're not worth that many caps. I really want you, though.
I'm sorry.
Okay, alright. So... let's head on down to the weapon bench. There we go. And where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Scrap you. And apparently that's about it. Okay, cool. Hi there.
Wow.
Alright, so where's my next destination? Learn about the inoculation project. Where do I do that?
I think that was the medical center. Oh, we haven't looked at the terminal.
So I haven't looked at a terminal nearby.
A nearby terminal.
Oh, it's up there.
Oh, it's a different terminal.
Okay, I thought I already looked. And then again, the terminal I looked at didn't mention the inoculation project, so...
Yeah, it was just mentioned in passing.
Yeah. Let's go go see if we can find this terminal they're talking about, because it seems like...
I'm betting we're going to end up at the medical center where the research was primarily taking place.
Well, we saw that the person who was in charge of it was stationed there, so that's why... it's just pointing to the outside door. Okay, hang on. Let me look at the map. Where are you pointing me, game? Where are you pointing me? Those are events. Are you pointing me down to here? No. What the hell? Where are you pointing me? Learn about the inoculation project. It's not here though. Hang on, let me turn off the Grafton Mayor's office thing.
Yeah.
Where is that?
That was the
side mission. Event. No. Miscellaneous. No,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so turn you off. So now the only alert I've got, yeah, it's still pointing me outside.
Well,
Right,
maybe
fine.
we did know.
Maybe it's at one of the outside terminals, like in the medical tents, possibly? Because there are a lot of medical tents out there. See, this is the sort of thing that, even though the story is starting to get interesting now, I'm still critical of, because all of the main story contrivances here are handholdy as hell. It's just like, go do this thing, because the game says so, not because we've told you anything that would make you logically think to go do that. Like, this is not a game that you could play Morrowind style, in that it tells you things and you have to figure out,
Where to go.
I should do this thing next because it makes sense. This just really relies on the gameism of follow the HUD, you'll get there. And that I'm critical of, because it means that the quest writing isn't very good.
So it says, for that plane to crash like that, it would have had to fall almost straight down through the roof. I call some rookie pilots stalled and kept pulling back. Hashtag belly flop. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, since there was a responder in the pilot seat of that one, then he may have gotten, like, attacked midair by Scorch Beasts. That, like, slammed into the cockpit.
And then he...
Yeah, and then, like, overcorrected and...
Oh, yeah.
That's my assumption, anyway.
That would suck.
Because I have encountered a Scorch Beast here. Like, I've seen it flapping over this yard right here. So they come down here. Oh, hi
look,
there, Scorchies.
Scorched.
How's it going?
Okay, my new seat is sort of working and sort of not working all at the same time.
Yeah, it sort of makes me sad knowing that the Scorched were just people once upon a time.
Yeah, these are actually responders, possibly.
They actually act like cultists in a sort of way, because they all talk about the same sorts of things. So this disease almost seems like one of the... Are you... Okay. Almost seems like those creepy mushroom strains that can mind control things. And so maybe all of the Scorched are part of a hive mind of some sort. Like, I'm just trying to make sense of what their actions seem to indicate, and to reconcile that against the assertion that their condition is a disease.
So these people were all responders and the people they were helping that...
And then they just stiffened up and couldn't move anymore.
I find that very sad. Because, like, the ones that are crouched over crying.
Yeah.
Like the one that's leaning over the cradle.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. Novak Guardian Sniper says, true Morrowind required rational thinking. Ah, the good old days.
The good old days indeed. That's why it's my favorite game. Love that game. So where the hell do I go? Like, it was pointing me outside. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, on the other side of the yard.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's on my radar now. So it's at one of these
there must
hangar-looking
be
things. Alrighty. Check through more of these. Oop, I hear you.
Scarlet suggests that Scorched disease might be mutated cordyceps fungus.
I can see that, actually. That would make sense. An iBot. Alright. What y'all doing with an iBot? I don't trust him.
Well, we do know one was trying to do stuff with various whatchamacallit.
Toothbrush.
Trying to clean it.
That's how you clean it.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch, actually. Hyper magnet, having that. There we go.
Because
Gotta giddy up, Buttercup. Yep.
Because they did have someone dedicated to robotics.
Yeah. So that was probably his shop.
Yeah. Now looking at these people makes me sad. I mean,
Yeah.
I always expected something
More robotics.
bad. Because, I mean, look at them.
Now that we know.
But now that we know what happened, it just makes it sadder.
Hello. Flatwoods kiosks. Task: program a new self-serve volunteer kiosk system for Flatwoods. It must be able to process several dozen volunteers a day and should teach them basic skills using time donated by local responders. Your contacts are Kesha and Dilbert, both of which are willing to be the model for this program. Cool. Okie dokie.
It says The Last of Us / Fallout crossovers.
Tasks. Due this week. Fix campaign program bugs.
Camping.
Camping. Check Flatwoods kiosks for issues. Get Gary a gift for his next visit. Take another chair to the camp. Okay. And dog food. Nom nom. Because I've got a card that makes that really good for me. Sweet Bean. Ah. My sweet Gary Bean. I'll be up at my camp. Maria's giving me a sanity day so I can relax. Join me. I hope you brought some of that comfort food from Flatwoods. We can have a picnic. Don't worry. If any volunteers stop by to learn stuff, the robot should be able to take care of them. I wrote a whole program to deal with that so I can actually relax and enjoy the great outdoors with you now. Love you, dear heart. Miguel.
Aww.
Adorable.
Unfortunately,
I don't think they made it.
no.
I think they all died.
I don't know what's worse. The thought that they might have become scorched, or the thought that they might have died to the scorched, or become those people statues.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which is the better choice here.
I don't think there really is a good choice here. Oh, wow. They do have a responder I bought.
Oh.
Dang. Fresh coat of paint and everything.
It's adorable. It
I still don't trust it.
Whoa. Frame rate. What are you doing? There we go.
calm yourself. Oh.
Right away. So this was medical storage.
Yep.
IV. Colnex. I'm taking that, because I can sell that.
Ooh.
Right away. Waste antiseptic. Having that. And diluted Rad-X. Don't care. Canned dog food. Nom nom.
Toilet paper. I did actually take one of those for RP reasons.
I would too.
I mean, why
Never-
wouldn't you?
You never realize how much you value good toilet paper until you don't have it. Event collision cores, the hell? Oh, scorch waves.
Oh.
All right.
This is a top priority message. Radar has spotted an inbound cargo bot. We've got to secure the landing zone so we can make the drop. We need those supplies, but the cargo bot's going to attract attention, so get ready for a fight.
Oh,
see.
we're waiting for a drop.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh! Oh! All right. That thing I said about Scorch Beast showing up here at the airport.
It's not hostile.
Example A.
I wonder if there's a reason why it showed up prior to Scorched Waves.
Yeah. And something in the air, because cargo bots show up because they fly. And it suddenly showed up at the same time. Ah, shit.
Our pupper did not like the sound the Scorched Beast made.
You know what? Can't fault you for that, doggo.
I don't think he
Is there-
likes the sirens either.
They're scary things, yeah.
He is now hiding under you, by the way. He was curled up in his puppy bed, and then was like, no, I don't want it.
I think that terminal we gotta check is in there.
Yeah.
I'll get that in a minute.
Alright, so 20 seconds for the next wave.
Yeah.
Scarlet says, I just imagined a responder's iBot cruising down the street with tiny siren and lights. Woo woo.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Oh, there's a thing on the wall.
Yeah. Take some water. So, where the hell? Oh, there they are. They spawned in. Come get some.
You, us. No, we not you, us.
We not you. Not even a little.
We don't want to be you, think.
I think it's flying away. I hope it's flying away.
Eliminate the Scorched. So there's still another person.
Yeah. The hell is he?
Wait, nope. You did.
Okay, cool.
So now we're going to be on to the next wave. You have 3 left.
Alright, I'm going revolver because I need the punch power. Here we go. So here comes the next wave. Somewhere. Suddenly getting Left 4 Dead vibes here. Oop, there we go.
I don't like it.
Come on. I think we're on to the next wave.
Yep.
Alrighty. Come get some.
2 more.
Yep.
Yeah, there was another one in the vertebrate.
So this was their landing pad. Can't say I've seen the cargo bot though. I assume it'll show up around like the last wave, maybe.
Scarlet says the dynamic music is also broken. Calm ambiance during a gunfight.
I know. I noticed that too.
And there's the.
Shit.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Getting a little close. Whoops, that's not where I want to go. Alright. Shotgun time!
We'll call it good though.
Yep. Everything worked out in the end. At least for me! Not for you. Well, give me that 10 mil. I can scrap that. Oop, I hear something. Cargo bot! Cargo bot! I see you!
There's gonna be 1 more.
Yeah. I'm just waiting on a freaking Scorch Beast to come out of nowhere and just claw it out of the sky.
Oh, he's circling, trying to find a landing zone. Alright, here they come.
Ooh, coming from the ridge. Trying to aim with an invisible front sight? Challenging! Good God, man, die! Alright, you know what? I got something for you. There we go. All clear? Clear-ish? Cool. Collision course complete.
Attention responders. Cargo bot is now on final approach. Eyes to the sky, people.
So we just got it.
Mm-hmm. Cargo bot?
I think that was what we got from. Oh, there he is.
Cargo bot. Come on.
You can do it, buddy.
I cleared the LZ. All green for touchdown. Although I am getting shot at. It's fine though. Don't even worry about that. That is unrelated. Oh shit, you're getting shot at. Could you not shoot at Cargobot? Cargobot is my friend. Cargobot, there it goes. Cargo bot?
You can do it, buddy.
Hey! Cool crate. Thanks, Cargo bot. Love you. You might want to flee for your safety. Cargo bot.
Run away, Cargo bot.
Are you okay?
Oh, I think he's waiting for us to,
Can I touch it? No? Okay. I'll take it.
Thank you.
I don't really need some of these things, though. I'm overweight now. Oh, you're, like, sitting down. Okay, cool. Don't scorch me with your jets, please. Thank you. See ya!
We are over encumbered.
Still getting shot at.
Poor Cargo bot.
Cargo bot gets no respect.
I think we can go...
Yeah, I'll go scrap stuff in the robotic shop. Also, hi there, friend. And the cargo bot flies away. Okay, so this ain't the robotic shop. Where's the robotic shop? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so... Scrap items. Yeah. Cool. Alright. That'll have to do for now. Another responder right about that one's not finished painting. Interesting. Okie dokie.
Oh, it's up top.
Yeah. Oh, it's an ashtray. I was like, is that a holotape? No. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
A dick doll. Having that. Yeah. Switch to my shotgun just to be
I have
safe.
to be honest, the Scorched concept is pretty cool.
It is. Now that we know what it is. Because once we got started, I was just like, okay, why are they any different from ghouls? Like, yeah, they look different. What makes them different, though? Now we know! Microscope. Yeah, I might as well take that for crystal scrap.
Now we are over encumbered, okay.
Yeah. DeAndre's notes. To the love of my life, Abby said we... Oh, this is... Sorry, I thought DeAndre had sounded like a guy name. Apparently it's not.
To the love of my life, Abby said we can use her bunker for whatever it is you want to plan for our anniversary. I know it's only been a few months. Okay, 2 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. But I'm so excited! You've changed my life, DeAndre. I hope you know that. Love, Lydia.
I suspect they're all dead.
Yeah... Probably. Sad times. But then I've always found that to be one of the sad things about Fallout, is when you find these messages and stuff, most of the time that's what's left of those people.
Yeah.
They were... I don't like the ones that it's like they're reaching for help, and yet... No.
Ain't nothing any help can do.
Very
At least that's how it seems now.
Yeah.
Duct tape.
I'm sure there's a way, we just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Responder Laboratory Terminal. Inoculation Project announcement.
Do you think this is gonna be me?
No, that's Jeff. This is Jeff. Folks, I've got some exciting news to share. As you all know, Dr. Hudson has been continuing her research in the lab at the AVR Medical. Well, she just reported in to let us know that she's made a significant breakthrough, and it looks like an inoculation against the Scorched Plague could soon become a reality. Let's all keep our fingers crossed and make sure to do everything we can to help Claire complete her work. Our very survival depends on it. Jeff Nakamura.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, it does.
Scorched Research. Introduction.
I think this might be her.
Yeah, this is from Dr. Claire Hudson.
The Scorched, a field study. Those of us struggling to survive in the post-war world face countless threats. The search for safe and sustainable sources of food and water would be enough to challenge anyone, but the strange mutated creatures appearing throughout the region greatly increase the danger of day-to-day life. None of these threats, however, compare to the Scorched. To better understand these monsters of the wasteland, I've spent time observing them and gathering information from those individuals lucky enough to survive first-hand encounters with the Scorched. There are still far more questions than answers, but I believe I have made progress in my understanding of these enigmatic and fearsome creatures. Details on specific subjects follow.
Scorch beasts.
Scorch beasts. The name conjures terrifying images of huge mutated bats that poison the ground and warp living creatures into deadly thralls. We first learned about the scorch beasts from the Brotherhood of Steel, whose soldiers encountered the creatures to the southeast. First, nobody believed that what they were describing could be real. We thought it was a bullshit story, giving the Brotherhood an excuse to commandeer our ammo and supplies. We were wrong. I'll never forget the first time I saw one of those monstrosities, black wings against a blood-red sunset. Talk about a reality check. We know far too little about these creatures, but we do know they aren't strictly nocturnal. They also seem equally willing to move alone or in small groups, and they're highly aggressive. Worse than that, they're dangerously radioactive, which I believe is an important clue about their origin. If we ever get a hold of one for study, I think we could learn a lot about them. Unfortunately, being anywhere close to a scorch beast is a near certain death sentence, and not just because of the radiation. I'll cover that more in the next entry.
So they were first sighted in the southeast.
And the Brotherhood saw them, and that's part of why they're trying to get as much stuff they can.
I'll take a closer look at the southeast corner of the map after this.
That does explain why some of the responders joined the Brotherhood, if they're trying to fight the Scorched at the source, or what they view as the source.
Especially if they're, first responder from, rapid response unit people that would actually see them at the fringes of responder territory and know that it's only going to get worse, because that's what it seems like. Yeah. Since the Brotherhood first encountered them to the southeast, the responders apparently hadn't, thought they weren't even real, and now they're all over this area that the responders used to live in. So that means the Scorch Beasts are spreading. Scorched Plague.
I'd love to give a detailed explanation of what the Scorched Plague is and how it works, but right now we know so little it just wouldn't be possible. Frankly, it's damn frustrating. What we do know is that living creatures that come into contact with a scorched beast sometimes begin to mutate. The victim's skin turns dark, almost black, with the smell of ash. Some kind of biochemical process takes hold at this point. Lesions that burn with intense heat begin to form on the victim's body. The affected creature appears to be covered in smoldering embers. In the case of humans, higher mental function eventually disappears, replaced by extreme, almost animalistic aggression. We call the creatures that are transformed in this way, scorched. Needless to say, watching a friend or loved one go through this process is both horrifying and heartbreaking. Worse, there's almost nothing we can do about it. I say almost because we've been able to gather enough information about the scorched plague that we might be able to develop a vaccine against it. That's a huge maybe, but we recently found some equipment at the AVR Medical Center that's in pretty good shape. With the right facilities and steady supply of Scorch to study, we might just find a way to counter this terrible disease, or possibly even reverse it. Only time will tell.
Anti-Scorch tactics. Shoot him in the face!
I hope by now that I've made one point crystal clear. The Scorched are lethal. They are nothing less than an existential threat. If we cannot find a way to defeat them, or at the very least contain them, there's no reason to think they won't spread far and wide, transforming or destroying everything in their path. We don't know nearly enough about the Scorched to develop real tactics. What we know so far mostly amounts to common sense approaches for dealing with any deadly predator. I'll summarize those points below. If you're unfortunate enough to encounter a Scorch Beast, like because it has decided to hunt you, do everything in your power to keep away from it. If you've got a gun and can find an enclosed space to fire from, that's ideal. Scorched beasts are too big to fit into small spaces. Remember that scorched beasts emit strong radiation. That, coupled with their powerful bite, should compel you to keep your distance at all costs. If you've got no other choice, you should at least consider using some Rad-X before you engage the creature at close range. Scorched humans are savage and deadly. While their ability to speak is limited, don't think they're mindless. They retain enough intelligence and memory to use guns and other weapons, and they're hostile to just about everything they perceive as a potential threat. Fight the Scorched as you would a raider, albeit one with a deadly plague. Of vital importance is keeping your distance to minimize the risk of infection. Stay in cover when you can, but give ground when you need to. Do not let them get close. I know there's not much to go on. There's still so much we don't know about these creatures. Hopefully it'll help at least a little. This concludes my report.
Alrighty then.
So even the the Scorched can.
So they can spread the disease too. All yours, friend.
Sorry about that. You can read it, those things, on your Pip-Boy.
Yeah. So, let's see. Patrolman sunglasses. And responder police uniform.
Oh, specifically a responder uniform, rather.
Let's see.
Responder.
What does that look like?
I can speak, I promise.
Oh,
it's
it's this one. The one that we've seen a lot of. Interesting. Oh, Somerset Special. I got a legendary gun. Cool. An ounce of prevention. Search for an inoculation against the Scorched disease. I mean, I've already come in contact with a Scorched beast. I hate to tell you this game, I already came in close contact to one, because I fought one with a shotgun about an inch from my face. So...
I think we're just lucky that we're not sick.
Yeah. I am immune, naturally, to the Scorched beast disease. I hope.
Probably not. We're probably just got... It was the percentile die. You know, you rolled some percentile and you got like the 5% that said you didn't.
Either that or I just haven't changed yet. So that means I should hurry!
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Probably a good choice.
I'm also parched.
You are very parched.
And dog food. Nom nom. So, that's interesting. I guess the next step then is AVR Medical. I hadn't intended to do story stuff in this stream. It's sort of shaping up that way, though.
Yeah.
And this Scorched thing actually got interesting, so I think I shall, to my surprise. Coffins. Honestly surprised I hadn't seen more of those. So, do I hoof it, or... Ooh, geez, that's a long way. What'll it cost me to go 29 caps? Nah, I'm gonna hoof it. So, since I'm gonna hoof it... Alright, let me get rid of that custom destination light. Let me get rid of the custom... There we go. Then I may yet have some adventures along the way.
Wandering... Or rather... I skipped one. Sorry. Scarlet says, perhaps this is going to be similar to Subnautica's story, and that it goes on... As it goes on, your infection progresses.
That's possible.
Let's see.
I may play it that way, if nothing else.
Wandering Noir. I wish I had money and friends to play this game.
Is it Enwa as in
Enwa.
Morrowind? Ah! Ha ha! My
Wandering
people!
Enwa.
Ha ha!
Yo.
How many people never get that joke?
Psyche
Val. Olivia P. Henderson. Right.
Probably...
Oh, it's a data disc. Psychological evaluation, Olivia P. Henderson. Confidential, do not reproduce, begin transcription of audio recording. Dr. Madison. This is Dr. Madison of the Responders. I'm conducting a psychological evaluation of patient Olivia Henderson.
You forgot the P.
Of patient Olivia P. Henderson. This session is being recorded. Hello, Olivia.
Howdy again, Doc.
Let's get started. First, can you state your current role with the Responders?
Well, let's see. I started as a volunteer, like most everybody these days. Didn't do much to help. Then found out about the quarantine zone here and knew this is where I had to be.
For the record, the quarantine zone at Morgantown Airport is where research and containment of the Scorched phenomena takes place.
Yes, that'd be it. I don't think I'd call it by such a pretty word, though. It's more of a nightmare.
And your job here is to guard the quarantine zone and take care of the Scorched victims.
Yes, sir. It's my job to keep watch over those doomed souls and make sure they stay locked up.
Can you tell us why you chose to take this job?
Well, when the call went out for quarantine guards, it kind of had a disclaimer attached to the job role.
I see. Can you explain?
They said it was a permanent position, as in I'm permanently quarantined here, too. The Scorched are too dangerous and highly, highly contagious, so I can never leave.
And why did you decide to take the job?
That one's easy, and I'm pretty sure I already told you. It's the cancer.
Ah. Yes, you told me you were diagnosed with terminal cancer just shortly before the bombs.
Yes, sir.
But you've survived so long. The doctor said you had just a few years left in you, and you're still kicking. What do you think happened?
That part I'm not so sure about. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and maybe something with the radiation is slowing down the progress. Or maybe it's in, recession.
Remission.
Yeah, that one. Maybe it's in remission.
Chemotherapy from the sky! Tell me more about the other quarantine guard, Wyatt. Are you two getting along?
Oh, dear Wyatt. Reminds me of my son, God rest his soul. He's a smart boy. Unlucky as hell, but smart. Kid doesn't deserve what life's handed to him.
That's very true. I do have an assessment with Wyatt later this week.
Be nice to him. He's become like family since we've been stuck in that airplane together.
Will do. But I'm afraid we're out of time. That wraps up the assessment. Thank you for joining me today, Olivia. The responders do thank you for your service as well. We're truly grateful.
Just keep delivering the liquor, Doc, and I'll be happy as a clam at high tide.
Of course. It's the least we can do. End of transcription. Alright then, eval results. Results of continued interviews with Olivia have proven my initial hypothesis correct, for the most part. Subject is aware, resourceful, mentally able, and psychologically fit to continue her work in quarantine. Subject also shows signs of stubbornness, willful ignorance, and cynicism. We'll be keeping an eye on any signs of background or latent depression. Anxiety is through the roof, but who isn't dealing with that? Recommendations. Continue evals of subject, perhaps at a slower pace. Every other month should be good for now. It's the other guard I'm more concerned about.
I wonder if we'll find one from him.
Yeah, maybe. A younger person in permanent quarantine would definitely have more issues. Maybe this is it. Yeah, no, Patrol 4 Medical Center. Okay, whoops. I did the take rather than play. Patrol 4 Medical Center.
While you're here, ask the doctors if they have any special supply requests.
Oh, no.
After that, head over to the control tower for your last stop. As you can clearly see, we need to constantly restock all of these supplies to keep our heads above water.
Cool, thanks. I cannot stand that voice actor for some reason. Her entire spiel, every time I hear something from her, is just nails on a chalkboard for me. Because it's such a fake old person voice, I can't stand listening to it. Okay. I'm still severely over my carry weight.
Yep.
What to do about that? Well, there is that train station just across the road. I may go stash stuff there. I do wonder, is there anywhere else that I might find a holotape?
Yeah. Oh. Scorched foot?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
I came through here once just looking around off camera, and I found a jar like this, only it was actually closed like these. And so I have a scorched head in my stash.
That?
Oh, that, yeah. Just like that. Like that one right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I added it to my collection. Because I'm a healthy and stable adult.
Not the hotel, the bed that we're gonna make, maybe? Hospital bed.
I was hoping to find another one of those eval records. I didn't see one.
Well. Maybe it's gonna be in the quarantine area. Did we go around the quarantine?
I think, yeah, this is the quarantine.
Well, I mean,
zone.
like in the. Because it said something about being in the airplane.
Yeah, this perhaps?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is like the containment cell?
Yeah, this looks like... This must be where they hang out.
Yeah, so that's what passes for a kitchen, a rec room, and...
Bathrooms?
Yeah.
Well, what's
Alrighty.
upstairs?
And the cockpit is... Oh, hi.
Oh, this is the bedroom.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Sweet potato stew. Oh, here we go. Psych eval. So, play. Leather, studded leather, left leg, shoulder. Didn't play.
Alright,
Probably because
we'll
it's like
have
the other one. Okay, so that's under Hollow
Hollows.
Psych eval Wyatt Johnson. Psych eval Wyatt Johnson. Dr. Madison. This is Dr. Madison of the Responders. I'm conducting a psychological evaluation of patient Wyatt Johnson. The subject is being recorded. Hello, Wyatt. Hi. These assessments are informal evaluations and are only intended to get a better understanding of how you're doing. Is that clear? Well, I'll give this guy like a hard country accent to differentiate. Yes, doctor. Good. I'll be asking a few simple questions. Please answer honestly. First, can you state your current role with the Responders? I make sure the monsters stay locked up. The Scorched, you mean? Yeah. Walking demons. Okay. Can you describe why you chose to volunteer for this job? Volunteer? I thought it was mandatory. No, it was completely voluntary. We posted the request and conducted interviews. Oh, I figured since my mama got scorched that this was my punishment. No, Wyatt, this is a completely voluntary role, and your mother Brenda was infected by the Scorched, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of punishment involved. I let him get close to her. It's my fault. No, it's not. It was an accident, Wyatt. That doesn't matter. I know this is my punishment. Wyatt, in your interview you said you had a terminal illness, and that's why you were choosing to become a quarantine guard. Yeah, I do have a terminal illness. It's called life. Wyatt, work with me here. Can I go now? I promised Livy that I'd grill some dogs tonight. Finally got the grill working. We're almost done. Just a few more questions. When I grill, the kerosene leaks a little and covers up the stench of the monsters. I'm sorry, son. We're done. You can go. Yeah, okay. Your results. Results of continued interviews with Wyatt have been difficult and troublesome. Subject refuses to cooperate and is showing some signs of psychosis and critical detachment. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Subject is distant, showing signs of instability, PTSD, and separation anxiety. Or he's just being a smart-ass kid. However, he does seem to get along very well with Olivia. Recommendations: continue evals of subject on a weekly basis. Keep a careful eye on this one, but should be okay under Olivia's supervision. Doctor's notes. Reminder to check in with Maria whenever possible on holotape inventory availability. Starting to see requisitions cut for other purposes. Should be an investigation into the disappearance of tapes around here. Until the thief is caught, we'll continue audio-to-text transcriptions for redundancy.
So someone's stealing the
audio tapes. Interesting. Alright, well.
Well, we found the thing we were looking for.
Yeah. Oh, possum. Blackwater brew. Mountain honey. Mountain mama. Okie dokie.
Novak Guardian Sniper says, when you come back to watch the stream and YouTube hits you with that ad.
Every time.
Every time.
Like if you cry every Tim. Yeesh, all these medical tents. Alright, well, yes. Ooh, hello, friends. You can't fool me. I know you ain't no human no more. I think that clears the airport, though, so that's good. Because I was sort of dreading doing this, because the intro quest in Flatwoods I absolutely hated. Because it was just dull and dry and completely uninteresting, and I was concerned that most of the story would get that way. And, at least at this part, it's starting to seem like it's wanting to get interesting. And at least the development of the Scorch Beast disease is a somewhat more compelling plot point than just them as some sort of weird ghoul like I thought. Ooh. Reload. 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 I mean to grab that. Oh, well. So, if I can find a crafting recipe for 44 Magnum, then I may very well go ahead and get it at some point, because I'm actually really liking maining the single-action army. Because the reload time is long, I'm finding that it's actually fairly... Whoa, frame rate, what are you doing? There we go. Fairly easy to mitigate if you're just always reloading when you're not shooting. And it does so much damage. It's a great handheld DMR, essentially. Sort of a DMP, I guess? DMH? Whichever. Yep. Whoa, frame rate. Jeez, calm down. Come on now. Okay, go scrap stuff. And I guess I'll just start selling a lot of my extras. So, baseball grenade, you can have. Frag grenades, I don't need more than 5, so you can have the excess. Cannot have my pulse grenades, those are mine. Ooh, actually, you know what? I should compare. Is this thing stronger than my single action? So it does 62, single action does 46. They're 44s, this one ignores half armor. Ugh, I hate to say it, I really should switch over to the Somerset for now then. Especially since I know for a fact that the 44 Magnum has a much faster reload animation, because that loads from a speed loader.
Yeah. Drake Bander says, can't stay long, but wait until you find the Dragon, a unique black powder rifle with 4 barrels.
So it's like a pepperbox rifle? That's cool. Not gonna lie, I do like that. Okie dokie. Get rid of one of those. I really wish I could affect the amount of numbers with A and D.
Available.
Oh yeah, I should always pop Great Mentats first. Oh well. I keep forgetting that. Medics. Yeah, I'm only gonna keep like 1 on me.
Stop itching, please. Thanks.
Mountain honey.
Welcome, citizen.
I'll just chug that soon.
Authorized to trade supplies.
Psycho buff, I really.
Drake Vander says it's like the knock gun. Fires 50 balls at once with an absurd reload.
I think I've seen some clips of that in use on little Instagram posts. I didn't know what gun it was.
Wandering Enwa says there's an addiction system in Fallout 76. Honestly, I've been avoiding Fallout 76 streams until now.
Gotcha.
And yes, there
is.
is.
Yeah, it works much the way that 4's addiction system did, in that certain aid items are addictive, and there's a chance that you could gain an addiction for each one. I think alcohol, any chems, aside from Healy chems like Stimpaks, although I might have that wrong, because in classic Fallout games you actually could get addicted to Stimpaks. And shit, what else? Nuka-Cola you can actually get addicted to. So
Requisitions now available.
Decent Healy. Oh, it's food. I didn't realize syrup was for food. Okay, cool. Vodka I'm keeping. Deviled eggs I'm keeping. God, what am I gonna get rid of?
Let's see. Novak Guardian Sniper says, welcome,
here,
sir or
citizen.
madam. Do you wish to purchase something? Drake Vander says, I think Stimpak Supers give you an addiction, but they're so rare you hardly get it.
Yeah, I've only ever found 1 super. So, what do I put up? Okay, so Cop Cap, do I already have one? I do, so I don't really need. Actually, that's a different one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm putting up my responders, Cop Cap. Patrolman sunglasses. Did I already have one? One of those? I do. So those I can actually sell. Police uniform. Did I have that? Nope. Okay, so you're going in. You're going in. Warrenville. Oh yeah, I got that from some lady that I found dead. Can't get rid of that though. Umbo. No, it's junk. Mods, I don't have any on me. God, where's all this weight coming from? Is it my ammo? It's probably my ammo. Yeah, I think it's my ammo. I have a lot of ammo. I think I'm just gonna keep 1 fusion core on me, because I almost never use power armor.
That's okay, you can give them to me later.
I'm gonna have some stash of them for later.
I know, but I don't have any, which is why I've stopped using power armor.
Put all my syringer ammo up, because I never use that.
10
mil.
Oh, some of your miscellaneous is also heavy.
Yeah. I'll put up like 100 rounds of 10 mil.
Scarlet says ammo and explosives are heavy.
Yeah.
Drake says also you might be able to modify the Somerset Special to have a longer barrel. Those snub barrels really reduce the range.
Yeah. 38.
Scarlet says that was your main issue in Fallout 4 too.
Now
Yeah.
trading for supplies, ammunition, and gear.
Definitely don't need that many of those. There we go. Okay, I'm getting down closer to a reasonable range. I want to keep those shotgun shells, though. So... Alright, miscellaneous. What do I got in here that weighs anything? Bobby pins. I definitely don't need that many. There we go. Gunpowder. Oh, dear God. Why do I have all that gunpowder on me? Go away! Iron ore. You can go in there. Temple data. Key. Okay. Yeah, I need to just either use or sell more aid items, I think. Because I don't have that many explosives on me. We got 5 of these, a couple of Molotovs, some plasmas and pulses, and that's it. So, yeah, I think it's just food and drink that's weighing me down.
What's the miscellaneous stuff?
I already went through it.
Okay.
So, alright, 8 items. What do I really not need?
Scarlet says, ditch all bombs except what you really will use.
Yeah.
Drake says, also I found out you unlock more syringer ammo types by scrapping other syringers.
Oh, interesting. Okay, didn't know that.
And Wandering Enwa says, reinstalled Fallout 4 a week ago, and I'm having a really good time not using Jet instead of the VAT system. I personally think it's the solution for the PvP insta-headshot of 76. Wandering Enwa says, a slow time without auto-aim.
Yeah.
Because that's what Jet does.
Yeah.
So if you were going to PvP, then it's
there's no way to do a slow time in PvP, though, without forcing the other person into slow-mo.
Yeah.
So that's why it wouldn't work in this game. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start using some of these.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
But I could see if you're a better aim than VATS is, using Jet instead of VATS to let you have the slowdown, but...
In a single-player game, sure.
Yeah. I mean, just in Fallout in general.
Yeah.
For the Bethesda Fallouts.
Okie dokie. So, now that it's all charming in daylight, let's see. So we need to head down that way. So it looks like the easiest way for me to get down there is actually just to follow the rails. Honestly, that'll carry me like straight to it. Okie dokie then. So the rail line is here. Alright. I hear that train a-coming. It's coming around the bend. And I'm just gonna follow until I don't know when. Oh, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Drake Vander says you can kind of cheat the system by crafting a bunch of level 1 syringers and scrapping them for ammo mods. Already got my bloatfly larvae mod, so I'm happy.
I didn't even think about crafting things only to scrap them again. That's
to get your modifications.
Yeah, to like cycle through them. That's a clever idea, actually.
That is clever. So if you have something that's fairly cheap to make. Smart. Smart.
Oh, hi, friend. Ooh. Oh, hey there. Captain Jerky animation. Alrighty. Keep dog food. Actually, how hungry am I right now? Yeah, okay. Let's start eating and drinking some of my heavy stuff. Fancy lad snack cakes, sure. Juice, sure. Mountain honey? Why not? Gloop. I love that sound effect. Oh yeah, and I'm still using this single action when I really ought to use this one. There we go. So let's favorite you. Switch to you. There we go. Oh, hi there. Woo! Animations, calm down now. Gotta admit, I like how punchy that audio is.
Drake says, I did find a hunting rifle plan that allowed me to make multiple hunting rifles, but then again, slaughtering mutant camps allowed me to get nearly 90% of all rifle mods anyway.
Yeah, hunting rifles are pretty easy to find.
An actual carrot?
Yeah.
Like a real carrot?
A carrot.
Though they do have a bit more stringies then.
Yeah, well, I mean, so do natural carrots. You always clip those off when you're harvesting.
Yep.
Because those are the roots. Okay. Ooh, hi there. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to conserve my 44s for a while. Switch to 45s. Because it works just as well, just about.
Drake says, also finally found a fat man and a minigun. They're locked at level 35 and 45, respectively.
I haven't found any heavy weapons myself yet. Hi, friend. You know what? Just die. I am finding that that's a good use for VATS in this game, is hitting enemies that are colorized to the environment such that it's really hard to pick them out in movement, like super mutants.
Yeah, I was about to say super mutants.
And scorched against all these red and green trees.
Super mutants are the bane of my aiming existence.
Because they're freaking camouflage, man! They're hard to see.
I can't find them.
Hi there, creepy mine. Oh, hi. Oh, are you friendly? Oh, you're not all, like, creepy like the other one. You're actually looking somewhat healthy, sort of. See ya, Foxy. You go, do you.
I'm happy that you exist.
Hopefully don't die.
Please don't die. I like you.
I'm not chasing you, I'm just running in the same direction as you. Oh, hello, dead responder. Casualty report for Flatwoods. Okay. Casualty report, Flatwoods. I feel like you could just end it right there.
Just Flatwoods?
Yeah. 2093, May 22nd, 2093. Wait, 2093? This game is set in... Oh, right. Yeah, this is set in 2102. Sorry, for a second I was like, how is it... I'm an idiot. I can't time. So, Pearl Songer, 78, Animal Attack. Great. November 17th, 2093, Jessica Southall, 56, Animal Attack. 2094, no casualties reported. It's been a good year. 2095.
Oh, here we go.
July 5th, Wilbur Thornburg, 48, Animal Attack. Emily Weatherhilt, 43, Animal Attack. August 8th, Wendy Burchard, Animal Attack. Barbara Clinton, 28, Animal Attack. December 25th, Christmas Day, Jessica Sawyer, Animal Attack. Merry Christmas. February 2nd, 2096, Mia Ward, 8 months, Animal Attack.
No.
And that's the last one.
Scar says, hey, you found me!
Yeah.
Drake says, the minigun I found at the nuclear plant in the tallest section of the tower. I can't remember the Batman location.
Gotcha.
Oof.
Yeah, I do know where to find hazmat suits at will now. Because there's an area where they always spawn up near Crafton.
Elizabeth is here, aka
go.
Miss T,
Okay.
for everybody who does not know. Says, my internet is really having a hard time keeping up. And don't kill the fox! No, we don't.
I shan't, it's Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, apologies if you are having more issues with buffering. This goes for everybody. Because we recently switched over to OBS Studio, for any of y'all that missed the stream that we made the change on a few days ago. And the auto-config utility for Studio apparently thinks the optimized bitrate for us to stream at is 6,000, when prior to that I had always streamed within the 1750 to 1900 range. So I haven't heard all that many people say that they're getting much of a market increase in... Oh, hi there, friend. Buffering issues. If you are, that's the reason. And I'm probably going to switch that to about 3,000. Just because I think 6 is excessive, honestly. Hold up. Is that... What is that? Is that marked on the map? Map, there we go. Oh, that's Logan's Joe. Okay, not gonna worry about that. I thought it was a train station for a second. Wait, why would I think it's a train station? It's not on the rails. God, I'm an idiot.
It's okay. I understand.
Don't look at me like that. Damn it! You too! Give me your meat.
Go get the other one's meat.
Might as well, since I am low on food.
Yeah.
Got a lot of drinkage, not a lot of food. Except now I'm finding a lot of canned dog food all of a sudden. Which is good, because like I said, I've got a card that makes it doubly healthy for me, so... Even so... Food is food. What the hell is that? Oh, it's on the rat stack. Just the ass end of a rat stack.
Scarlet says no buffering issues. The only real change I've seen is YouTube says it's 60 FPS, and the stream is trying to meet that.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't think about the fact that that might cause some issues. Yeah. Because, yeah, usually in the past we would stream at 30 FPS. So streaming at 60, y'all are probably seeing a much crisper image than any of our past streams. Where's this now? This Flatwoods? No. Oh, this is Sutton. Okay.
I was about to say, I have no idea. We're just somewhere.
I'm still learning. So this is the Scorched overrun town.
Misty says, "Well, I forgot which account I was using. Didn't even think about it until you mentioned it, Vi." Yep. I am happy to translate who you are for everybody else.
That's fine. We got a few people that we know under multiple names, so... I'm just gonna keep on going.
Yeah, that seems like a...
Alright, you're gonna chase me, though.
We are being chased.
Okay, Douchey McGee, if you could not chase me down the rails.
Scarlet says it's crisper in spots, but there's more fluctuation than before. Probably best to limit it to 30.
Yeah.
I think Twitch likes it better than YouTube does.
Any capturing system is going to perform more smoothly if the game frame rate matches the stream frame rate. This is definitely the most graphically challenging game that we've streamed using the new setup.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that we're starting to see some hiccups now where we didn't earlier.
Yeah. He says very weirdly with Twitch it was something like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because PUBG is not as...
PUBG is easy mode for my graphics card.
Yeah.
This game actually pushes it a little.
Well, maybe we should have just... Considering we seem to have killed most of the town.
I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't ask for your input, sir. Oh wait, I think I see you. Nope, those are planks. I thought it was his head peeking around a corner. Where you at? There you are. There we go.
Did you level?
My work here is done. No, I did not.
I forgot to be like, hey.
We'll get to a safe area and I'll do that. Oh, hey, it's Raiderbot. Let's go see what Raiderbot's got for sale. Not a public crossing. Can't tell me how to live sign. And technically, I'm not part of the public anymore. I am part of an organization. I'm a responder. Means I don't count as public, right? Right. Okay. Can I not scrap? There we go. Okay, so...
It just took a moment.
That's not what I... Oh, okay, well... Wait, what did I just scrap? I just spiked a thing. Or scrapped a thing. God, I can't talk. I thought I scrapped my single action for a second, and then I didn't. What? Did I just scrap my junk items?
No, I think you might have... Where's your gun? Your fancy gun? Your new...
You can't scrap legendaries, so it doesn't even show up on the menu.
Okay. Because that was the thing that I was like in the S's that I didn't see.
Yeah, I can't scrap all junk anymore, so maybe I did scrap all my junk. It's just for some reason my eyes didn't think that's what the pop-up said. Anyway, I'm crazy. Don't worry about me. Whoa. A 50 cal mod deuce is just sitting in the inventory. Alright. I see Raiderbot got a good shipment in from somewhere.
Misty is going to restart my router just to try and fix any hiccuping on my end.
Okay. Alrighty. Cafe tables, nickels.
Reminder, any attempted 5-finger discounts will be reclaimed and paid for with said fingers.
Raiderbot, never change. Okay, I'm gonna sell a couple of these mines. There we go. Extra patrolman sunglasses, you can have those.
Stop up here before your next kill.
Stoned Lemonade Gaming says, is this your first character?
Yes.
In 76, it is.
Well, sort of. Because I did have one that I played during the beta period. I only ever played about a total of 3 hours on that character. I started this one for the actual launch of the game, and have played it ever since.
Note to the gourmands. Human flesh is not acceptable tinder here.
Thanks for maintaining high health standards, Raiderbot.
Does he have anything for us to buy from him?
I already looked through those.
Oh. No. Looks like you've already sold.
Yep. Alright. What the hell does that sound?
I don't know. What does that sound?
Oh! It's another vertibot! The hell are those?
I like them, though.
I do too. Like, they're vertebrates that are roboticized. Who the hell makes them? Because we've never seen those in any other game, so they seem localized to this area, and I just don't know why. And they're cool. I want one. Alright, fine, I'll go around. Like a pleb. Here we go. Okie dokie. Down the rails we go. Hello, Mudfoot. Yoink.
Man, my brain is just spacing so hard. Did you do the leveling?
Oh, no, I didn't. I meant to do that when I was in there with...
Okay, because I was like, I don't remember, and I know I've already asked this, but I still don't remember.
Let me do more endurance. Get up to 5. Adamantium skeleton. Limb damage reduced 30%. I like that. I think that a lot.
That's nice.
Comet. Munchie resistance.
Munchie. I kind of liked the...
Adamantium skeleton's real nice. Whoops. Injector, inspirational. Her team medic. Armor. Contractor. Demo. Gunsmith. Science! I don't have any plans for him though. So.
I like how it's just science.
It really should have an exclamation point and an audio clip of Austin Horgan. Survivor, Gorilla, Gunrunner, Gunslinger, Marathoner, Sneak Knock. Given my style, I should probably get that at some point. Can do. Cap Collector, Curator, what the hell? Oh, benefits of bobbleheads and magazines.
Miss T is officially here as Miss T.
Changed accounts, did you? Oh. Psychopath. Any killing vets has a 5% chance to refill your crit meter. I see. Screener, woodchucker. Okay. blocker. 15% less damage from melee attacks. A lot of things attack with melee in this game.
Misty says, fingers crossed.
Oh god. Oh god. I just heard wings. Hang on. I'm gonna go a little farther away from the wings. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go hang out over here next to the safety shrub and continue on about my doings. Okay, so. Yeah, endurance is what I chose. There we go. So, adamantium skeleton. Commando. Rifleman, expert rifleman. Oh, so you can, like, double down. Huh, interesting.
Interesting.
I'm honestly kind of leaning towards some of these strength ones.
It's hard to...
Yeah. Then again, like, I am using shotguns now more than I used to. So... Damn. I'll go with adamantium for now. Because less damage is nice. So... Put you on. And... Can I not put you on? No? Okay, what have I got up there then? Slow metabolizer. Oh, I've already got that. So, wait, can I rank that up? Yeah! Right.
Novak Guardian Sniper says, they blinded me with science!
Science! Do I have anything else I can level up? Alright, I've already got that. Hang on, okay.
Let's see. Scott says adamantium level 3 eliminates limb damage.
All of it? Like entirely? That's awesome. Rank up. Oh yeah, that's right. It shows me how many I have. Do I have any other multiples? Nope. Okay, cool. So I think I'm good for now then. Alright. Let's drink some more of my... Drink some more of my heavy stuff. What else have we got? I got some Nuka-Cola. Let's have some of those. There we go. Also, the lights are making me hot, so toothpick, go down for a second. Hoodie, you must come off for the good of mankind. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okie dokie. Toothpick acquired. Moving right along. Still looking out for that damn Scorch Beast. I feel like it's following me now.
He is behind you, by the way.
Okay.
So don't roll backwards.
Yeah. I pretty much never move this chair, so it's not a huge concern. Also, some of y'all may have seen the screenshot that I posted of a certain somebody just playing a banjo up there. That was her.
That was my character.
Mm-hmm.
Misty says, gotta have that toothpick.
You gotta.
She gets you.
Mm-hmm. I have pretty much squared myself with the fact that I do have an anxiety-induced oral fixation where if I'm not, like, just not even necessarily chewing on something, just sort of teething at it, then...
It makes him anxious.
It does.
And if he doesn't have that, he needs to have something to fiddle with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't have either of those things...
I get anxious.
Anxiousness ensues.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Because I'm always flipping a knife around or playing with a pen.
Or his ring.
Or my ring, yeah. Or dice if we're sitting at the Pathfinder table.
Mm-hmm. Or he needs to be chewing on his toothpick.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of those things. Which is kind of strange, actually, because when I was a kid, I wasn't really all that fidgety. And it's only in the last few years. I guess because I am, yeah, like I am more prone to anxiety these days than I was. Just like in a general sense, because like, as I've hinted at a few times here and there, like I went through some shit when I was a kid. It was more like, I guess, immediate, one could say. It wasn't just like a general, vague, hovering anxiety about the future, like I've always got now. So I think that is what has made me more fidgety. So like once I'm more comfortable with life, I'll probably lose some of those fidgety tendencies. Oh, a responder robot.
They're actually out and about.
Yeah.
I wonder if they are trying to recruit for responders.
Probably. I heard something moving down there.
Yeah. We had jitters again.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'll just move on.
Okay. Misty says several of those items have definitely not ever made their way under the entertainment cabinet. No!
Never. Not once.
Never. Not once. Though there have been times where I have been like, you get that ring back. Or else.
That was an expensive ring.
Mm-hmm. I am very fond of these rings, so yes, those are not allowed to be lost.
Yeah.
Miss T gives a wiki face. Scarlett says, I do a similar thing. If I find myself with a broom or similar and out of immediate view of others, I have to spin it like a bow staff.
You gotta!
Plus smaller fidgets.
Mm-hmm. I don't even worry about whether I'm in view of others. Just do it anyway.
Oh, he just does whatever he feels like. My
family's used to it.
Ooh, a cooking stove.
Yeah.
Is that like the actual stove shape?
I think so. Ooh, hunting rifle.
Modern tables.
Good leather armor. Short.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Ooh.
Your ivory grip.
I've already got one though.
Oh.
U.S. flag. And I'm also kind of low on caps now.
To trade, I can be of service.
And Misty says, why is there a boat? I don't know, but I like to think that it's because there's a lot of people who apparently like naval stuff that moved to this area.
Well, that...
And they have a, like, some kind of museum?
No.
No?
No.
Then why are there boats?
It's because, where are we at here? When that dam was destroyed or damaged, then this whole area was horribly flooded several years ago, and that ended up like pouring all the way down. So that boat that's there was probably once in what was this lake that got super filled and then shoved through. Because if we go down to Charlestown, you'll see horrific flood damage.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
So, oops, hang on. Where we are now, where are we? Yeah. This was presumably all underwater for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Scott says, once when my brother was in Scouts, he made a fire staff. When he gave me a go, I was over the moon.
Banjo.
Got a banjo?
You got that. I got my banjo fixed.
But you didn't play till you were finely tuned.
That's fine. So...
Misty says, before Pupper, I remember when Ken used to stand in the middle of the room and just kind of go ghost kata with whatever random buckin was nearby while we chatted.
Mm-hmm. I did that a lot.
He still does that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If he has eyes on where Puppy is.
Yep. This doesn't happen very often because I am paranoid about accidentally whacking the doggo because I don't want to do that because he's my pupper and I love him so.
He is sleeping behind you right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so where to? So AVR is that place. Okie dokie then. So I think in close quarters like this, I'm going to go with the 10 mil. Because volume of fire. Could cut through there. I think I'll just follow the street for now. Because she and I explored a little of this area away from camera a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember much about it, though.
Not too much, because it was, like, overcast and nasty when we were doing it, so it was kind of dark and dingy, and we couldn't see very well.
So this is what I'm talking about all the flood damage that hit this area?
Yeah. That was what the thing was, the Christmas flood?
Yeah. So... Oh, it's across the river that I need to get to. Alright. So I guess I should actually continue following the rail line then. Can I make that jump? I could have actually jumped.
Joseph Hammer says, "Heyo."
Hey, cheers, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
Alright.
More. That's really depressing now. Because all of these people... Oh.
The hell were those? Oh, those are the little Chinese things. I'll just leave them to it. So is that AVR?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew I was looking for a turquoise place. I was just looking at the wrong one. Alright, so there's a scorched on the roof. Charleston Drain Yard. I'll have to check that out another time. So I could get in there.
We're gonna look around the exterior first.
Yeah, I want to see if there's like a front door.
Joseph Hammer says, "What song is playing on Appalachia Radio?"
I don't know.
Oh.
I tend to avoid the radio just because, even though we don't really get many copyright hits during this series,
we're paranoid about.
I want to keep it that way. Cool dress.
Take it.
I already got one like it.
Oh.
Limo. So this looks like sort of front doorish.
I think this might be front doorish.
Let's see what's on the
Because
other
it
side.
says, "Oh yeah, I can't play it. Copyright."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that must be the emergency entrance.
Whoa. That last shot took a while for the server to realize it connected.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy's dead. This is another drop-off door. Maybe our medical. Okay. Hi. I'll go full John Wick on your ass. See if I don't. Alright, cool. So, I guess I'll head for that first drop-off area. Curious that there's this huge
Joseph
satellite
says,
dish here.
"Kind of wish the playlist was as long as Three Dog Radio on Fallout 3.
Same. I miss the good old days of Galaxy News Radio. Bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Oh, there are a lot of you. Okay, gonna need something with a little more punch. So, Somerset it is. Where you at? There you are. Just Fallout quick-scoping. I'm sorry.
Joseph asks, "Is this PC?"
Yep.
Yeah.
It is indeed. And I should clarify, because now there are people who aren't, I am currently playing an unmodded version of the game. Because even though the mod tools haven't gotten released...
There are, of course, mods.
Yeah. Leave it to fans, they'll find a way.
They always do.
Even though certain mods have already gotten people's accounts banned, because this is a PvP game, and Bethesda tend to get rather touchy.
Well, especially when they haven't like created the servers to let people basically opt in to having a non-vanilla experience. I can kind of see that.
Yeah. A lot of the mods that I've seen that seem safe to use are client-side texture swaps and that sort of thing, so that it looks different on your end.
Yeah.
And that, as far as what I've heard...
doesn't seem to be getting people banned.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to cause issues. Now, I'm not going to say with any authority that it'll stay that way, or that that's 100% true. I'm just going off of...
hearsay?
Yeah.
Joseph does thumbs up.
Cool. Alright, so that's the stairwell up. Oh. Jangles, what you doing on the operating table? Don't you know people go there?
Joseph says, I bought this game on Black Friday for Xbox One and finally got to sit down and play it this past weekend.
Ah, good times. Hope you enjoyed.
Oh,
it's a facehugger! Oh, God, I love it! It's the alien scene!
That's why there's a Jangles.
Alright, I love that.
Are you good?
That's a nice touch. Fun story about that scene. The director didn't tell any of the actors during the chest burst scene in the original Aliens movie what was going to happen. He just told them that something was going to happen and that they were to react accordingly. So when you see that thing come popping out of the chest and Sigourney Weaver is like clawing her way up the side of the wall, that was her actual reaction. Also, fun counterpoint to that, in Aliens 3, when the like hybridized Ridley wakes up and makes the like over-the-shoulder not-looking basketball shot, and Ron Perlman is just like, whoa. It's because they expected on set that day to spend all day just to get that one shot, and she nailed it on the third attempt. So Ron actually, like, momentarily broke character because he was just like, holy shit. And everybody went home early. I love that story. I love it so much. Okay, this place is a lot more extensive than I thought.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, just a screenshot. Let's see, says, I know there are bad reviews, but I'm hooked. This game is actually really decent. Stayed up playing for 2 days straight, no sleep! And Bunny says that's Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
And that movie sucked. Oh, it did!
Oh, it's a horrible movie. It's just got a cool story associated with it.
Scar says Ripley. Nailed it! So, when's lunch?
Yeah, Ripley, not Ridley. God.
You are tired today, aren't you?
I am very tired, actually. That's part of why I chose to play this game instead of something more energetic, because this one I can just sort of chill with. Oh, that's because Ridley Scott. That's where Ridley came from. God. Okay, well. At least I realized where I got my wires crossed. And yeah, like, I'm not gonna say that the game doesn't have issues and glitches, because it absolutely does. Like, the server latency that I'm still running into, that's honestly my most severe issue with the game. Because for a AAA studio, like, first online game or not...
Oh, they wanted it so bad!
I get you, fam. I know that feel.
We always hope. Wasn't there, like, a myth that, like, every so often you would actually get it?
I have heard that if your luck is really high, you can actually get the pie.
You get the pie?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's just a legend about these games, because that myth has persisted since Fallout 3. I have never known if it's true, because I usually play low-luck characters. So I've never gotten the pie.
You know what? Make me a Fallout 4 character, and we're gonna pump luck in VATS build.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens.
Alright, so that's that door. I think I've Most of this floor. Oh, no, there's still this area.
Let's see. Misty says, as long as they don't go in and make walls transparent, giving PvP advantage, I can't imagine retexturing being a problem.
No.
And Justice says, got caught up playing and didn't realize I went 2 days straight. Misty goes, I've been there. Justice says, pretty tired, but still want to go wander around the wasteland. Misty says, apply stim pack.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, I tested the pie on Max Luck's character and still didn't get it. Like, I don't know if it's, like, a really small random chance on, like, a Max Luck character.
That's
like, even if you don't have...
or
rather, even if you have it.
That even if you're high luck, it's still a small chance.
I don't know. That might be one of those...
I don't know.
Like, just those urban legends that crop up about stuff like that.
There is no cow level.
Joseph says, subbed! Like,
hey,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
We do also stream pretty consistently over on Twitch under the same name.
Yes. Honestly, the only game so far that we stream here on YouTube is this one, because this is sort of an experiment for us. Mm-hmm. Everything else we do over on Twitch. Mm-hmm. And over there, we stream at least every Wednesday and Friday, usually a few other days a week as well. Those are more random. So if you're having fun hanging out, then go and follow us there as well, because you'll probably see us more over there.
Yeah.
Okie-dokie.
I just figured I should let you know.
Yeah, that's a good thought, because it didn't even occur to me to mention it. Because I'm one of those guys that... I'm a horrible entrepreneur in that I like working for myself, I like doing my own thing. I don't like plugging myself, though.
No, that's why I will do it.
Yeah.
Justice says, I hit the bell also.
Hey.
Nice. You hit the bell icon.
Full Matthias mode, engage. Ring the bell icon!
Justice says, will Dev come hang out? Awesome.
Glad to have you.
Did he have something in his hand?
Coca-Cola.
Oh. You know, I get it. I get you.
Meat pile. Combo. I'm aware that the objective is downstairs. I just want to see this whole thing while we're here. Alright, so field report, AVR medical.
Responders field report, Maria Chavez speaking. Being here at AVR Medical really brings back memories. My mother worked at this place for years as a nurse. When I was a child, right before the war, I got sick for days. Supply shortages had driven the price of medicine beyond what we could afford. Lucky for us, my mom wasn't just a nurse, but also a natural green thumb. We had a garden with all kinds of herbs and flowers. She treated me with homemade herbal remedies. Today, disease is rampant. There are countless viruses and bacterial infections out there, and we need a way to deal with them. I was hoping I might find something here to help treat all the sick and injured refugees we've got back at the airport, but unfortunately the place has been picked pretty clean by now, and there isn't much left.
Here's a couple.
So, having had basically no luck in this creepy abandoned hospital, I decided to turn instead to my mother's wisdom. I put together some herbal tea recipes that should mitigate the symptoms of the more common sicknesses. It's not a cure, but it's something. Okay, well, I think I'll wrap this up. Guess I'm off to pick some flowers.
Okay, so Joseph says, do both of you have your own accounts? Not really.
We theoretically do, although we only stream on this one.
Yeah, we only stream on this one. We do have a stream archive channel.
Yes.
Which is called Less Level Live Streams.
Yeah, on the front page of our YouTube channel, on the side in the affiliated channels, is a link to that, if you can find it easily that way. Because that's it for this floor.
Novak Guardian Sniper says, awesome catching the stream, as always. See y'all pilgrims later.
Have a good one, man. Glad to have you. So Maria went all over the damn place.
Yeah.
Hello, safe. Oh, I'm not skilled enough. I gotta remember for the future, though, if we ever run short of aluminum, this is a great place to harvest it.
Yeah.
Because all surgical trays give you aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've grabbed so many of them. Because I ran pretty short when I made my cabin.
So it says, speaking of side channels, is there going to be content up on side quests soonish?
Yes, that is actually one of the ones that I'm working on whenever I find time
Working
to...
terminal.
What the... Oh, no, server not responding. No. Oh, wait. Okay. The server's alive. False alarm. Nope, wait.
I don't know.
Yes, no? Okay.
No.
Oh, I can't hack that.
No,
okay.
I'm sorry you needed me.
Yeah. That probably had the keypad thing. Come on, game.
Okay, so...
Come on, this is getting old.
So the side quests thing.
Yes. That's one of the ones that in my spare time I'm working on getting all of the old vlogs archived up on. I'm not going to push them all out to release until they're all up, because I figure for those sorts of things, I would rather just push out a huge block of them, just get it done, and then put them up more naturally and organically. I just haven't finished the archival process for it. I've still got, I don't know, a couple dozen left. On the last count, I had like 20 left to go. So that always ends up sort of last priority compared to editing and then streaming and then the side projects that we're also working on, so... Come on, game! I think I'm gonna...
might have died.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't auto-kick me, I might main menu and then connect to a different server. Because if this is just gonna keep happening on this one, then I'd rather just connect to a new one. Come on. Whoop. There we go. Okay, alright, cool. Gonna main menu. Quit. Main menu. Leaving world. Let's try this again in a new one. Yeah, the other one that I'm really excited to start making some real progress toward is, yeah, disconnected from server, no joke. Alright. The campaign log series for Gaming Unplugged, because I've actually started getting together with Noah on voice, and y'all can see some of the first roughs of the theme song that we're going to use to open each of those campaign log episodes. That he's coming up with the guitar riff for us, and that I compared notes with him and gave him some input on some adjustments for a couple days ago. And we really hashed out something that I think sounds great, so I'm super looking forward to seeing what his final product looks like, or rather sounds like. And once we get that done, then we're going to get the rest of the participants from that campaign, like Miss T, that are so inclined to come and do the vocals for us, because we're going to do like a choral open for it. And then we're going to layer those, and I'm going to add the percussion in post digitally, and I think it's going to sound really good. So once we've got that all squared away, then I can finish putting the finishing touches on the script for the first chapter of the campaign log series, and we can actually start that series rolling. I'm really hoping that it resonates well with people, because it's a labor of love. A lot of work has gone into getting that series started. Once we get the formatting down, then it's just a matter of how fast can I write to put out those episodes, because once the intro's done, it's done, and it's just a matter of me getting the writing done and then recording the vocals for it. So it will actually end up a fairly low labor series once all of the writing is finished. That just takes a while for anyone that knows writing.
Okay, so I do have some stuff to catch up on.
Okay.
Joseph says, if you know how, y'all should set up a YouTube bot to help promote your side channel and exclamation point dice game. And what level are you?
Level 21.
And have you ever played DayZ?
A long time ago. I wasn't really super into it at the time. It just wasn't really my sort of game. On a similar note, though, recently I've started playing PUBG, and that I do enjoy. Prior to that, I did an entire series on Last Man Standing, which is like PUBG free-to-play, and that one I quite enjoyed.
I have some more.
Okay.
Scarlett says, just listen to a couple of the work in progress of the riff. Good foundation there. And Joseph says, sounds like y'all have a good plan. And Misty says, yeah, I'm pretty hyped for that riff.
I'm looking really forward to it. Can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, so I had a feeling I would spawn outside. Okay, come on, game, load in. There we go. Hey, Scorchy, how's it going? Hey, die! Oh god. Not what I wanted to do. Oh. Apparently I took his shotgun. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Could have sworn there was one more of you. Yep, there you are.
Priority responder message incoming. Immediate evacuation of the First Friends Church in Charleston is required due to swarming vermin. Burrowing in this area does reveal salvage that well-equipped trained personnel can recover. Civilians should remain clear while the bells ring.
Okay.
I ain't interested.
Joseph asks, are you familiar with Frankie and Sada Plays?
I feel like I've heard that name. I don't really watch their stuff, though. I definitely recognize it, though. I don't remember where I heard it, though. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, Joseph is getting some buffer issues.
Yeah, well, I'm getting some connection issues, so our internet,
connection might be having problems.
Yeah, our internet might have some issues, because our internet here is not great.
No.
So,
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we should theoretically have great internet. We just don't. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I think either the server here or my internet is... Oh,
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think we might be done.
Well.
I think they might have cut it short for... Oh, there's one that spawned in just now.
Oh. Hi. Yeah.
I think we might be done.
I think maybe we're done. Alright, maybe we'll finish the hospital next time, then. Because I don't think this is playable at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll mess around here on ground floor for a minute, see if it planes out.
No.
Nah, it's not planing out.
No, I'm thinking we might...
Hip! Yep, okay, alright, so that's third time's the charm. Everything's lagging out. I'm gonna call it here then. I didn't really want to. I think we will, though.
Yeah. Well, I did know that they're going to be doing some stuff early.
Yeah, they're doing maintenance.
This coming morning?
Yeah.
So... Joseph says, are you on Ethernet or Wi-Fi? Ethernet.
Ethernet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I am seeing your chat on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But...
Because we live in a densely populated area, so even though we should have, of course, our own connection privatized through the house, that's not in housing developments how it really, in practice, ends up working.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, ironically, our family actually has a country property hours away from here in the middle of nowhere. And even though on paper we have slower, significantly slower, internet there than we do here, it's still a decent speed, it's just much slower than we do here. We, in practice, whenever we stream out there, have way smoother connection than we ever do here. So, just lets you know how much it gets siphoned off from city neighbors. Come on, game. Come on, I just want to get outside so I can main menu and I can go.
Just says, bummer deal.
Yeah.
It should be better than it is, but... Oh well.
And strangely, the fact that stream seems to work pretty well right now means it's probably on the servers.
Yeah, and Joseph says, new update coming today.
Yeah. Hopefully that addresses some of these things.
Oh, I do have stuff to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Is it on camera or later?
Yeah, the delay is pretty rough.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, Miss T has been talking to me about some stuff, but she's not sure if it's her potato computer.
Okay.
But yeah. And Joseph says that could be the issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I did read that here on the intro screen, which we'll get to here at some point, it did say here that this coming morning on Eastern Standard Time, which I don't know when that is. Okay, so for consoles, it's on December 13th. That's where I was getting the 13th.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, Eastern is only off of us like an hour, maybe 3 max. I don't know. I'm not that great at time zones. But yeah, hopefully that'll address some of that.
They're probably prepping it.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I like that fireplace. That's cool.
Adorable.
Anything in here I want? Because I scrolled through here earlier. Wild man rags, jeez. I scrolled through here earlier when I was giving examples for the intro. I didn't really look at what was in here, though. Dude, that military uniform's cool. I just wish it was a different color. What else we got?
I also have to admit that I'm really happy that they put the Nuka-Cola lady. I kind of like that fireplace, though.
That fireplace is cool.
How much did they want for the fireplace? It's in features.
Ooh, the rustic stash is nice.
But the Nuka-Cola stash...
Oh, man, sleeping man!
No, I'm not sleeping in that. I'm sorry. I'm way too creeped out by that.
That's cool. So I'll give them credit. They are consistently adding stuff here.
Modern fireplace.
So I could afford it.
What are the other... Is that the... Oh.
That's
so you
cool
can make
version
them clean.
Yeah. Mini nuke planter. So, has anyone confirmed whether or not you can actually find these things in-game as rare drops? Because I've heard that. I've never heard it confirmed, though. So I don't know if that's just a rumor or wishful thinking. I'd really like to know that prior to making any purchases.
Can you find atomic shop items in-game?
Because since it seems like you usually get atoms from doing quest completions, then like there's always a certain amount you can always just generate through play. The large increments, though, are sort of finite, so like once you're done, you're kind of done, and then it's just like the daily things that you can get them from, which means I don't really want to just waste my atoms. I love that the moth is right here, and they'd come to think of it, I just realized that is an amalgamated silhouette, because that is the silhouette of Mothman in this game, because I've had it spoiled for me, I've seen screenshots of him, I know what he looks like. That's also, though, their model of Mothman positioned in such a way that it's like the moth meme that I love, so that makes me happy. Moth, brother, I crave the forbidden lamp. No, brother, you mustn't. Next flames, flapping toward the sun. Lamp. Also, do I have anything cool in the photo gallery to show y'all? Nah, these are all...
I'm not seeing any of that.
I was proud of my cabin.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've heard it many ways, and I still don't know if it's true or not. I guess we'll find out if I ever find one.
And Joseph says, need some pocketed armor.
Yeah, man. I sure do. So, I think we'll call it here, and we will see you guys at the very latest in the next couple of days, this coming Wednesday. Might stream again tomorrow, might not, depending on how things go, because I do have a lot of editing I need to do this week. Because, of course, for holidays coming up, we're going to need to make some time for things. So
I might have found something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Only some of the apparel can be found in the game.
Oh, okay. So camp items are shop only, then?
It seems like it might be.
Okay, interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Which, it does sort of, to take things full circle, it does sort of make the canvas bag sting a little bit worse, because that means that, like, you could get the digital version of the bag outfit for free if you just found it. Anyway, I'm gonna close out here, and we will see y'all in the next couple of days. So you can look forward this week to some more actual Let's Play episodes going up on the channel, as well as another character showcase for SoCal. And that's pretty much it. That's where most of my attention is going as far as channel stuff is concerned this week. So, assuming the game will actually close, because it always hangs when I close it.
Yeah. So
Control delete. I always have to do this. There we go. Close program. Okie dokie. I'm still not used to closing games and seeing studio staring me in the face because it looks so much crisper.
Also, anyway. I'm weirded out because there's more, like, you can see more.
Yeah, we've got a wider vertical field now for the face cam.
So it weirds me out every time I see it. I'm like, what?
So y'all can actually see the designs that I always have on my shirts. Because I pretty much always wear either patterned shirts or just default dark ones. So, anyway. We'll catch y'all in the next few days. Thank you all kindly for joining us. I'm Kinsmark here at Last Level Press.
I'm Violeta.
And as always, we wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.
Bye!
I'm thirsty.
Me too.
I need to find Miss Nuka-Cola.
No.
I don't even like soda.
No, you don't like soda.
I would hate Nuka-Cola. That makes me a heretic. So we're all clear.